All right. Hello, everybody. I just ran upstairs. I'm a little bit out of breath. I forgot my water bottle. So let's get going. How is everybody? Sorry about yesterday. Got some bad news, but hanging in there. So today is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. And I'm going to do the Mondays all sign that I normally do, which is who's coming towards you, past, present, new. For the Aries through Pisces portion of each sign, I will focus mainly on past or somebody that's already connected to. Past could be yesterday or 2 years ago, who knows. But we are in a retrograde, so that's why sometimes, and I know some of you want new, but most of you are still thinking about somebody or still connected to somebody. So do what you will, but the main part of the reading is going to be the energy I'm picking up around you, and any movement from them. And so let's see. And I'm going to use the Hidden Truth, my deck that's mixed with a bunch of different cards for the Aries through Pisces portion to get a message to see what they're really thinking. And let's get into it. 222 for Aries. Hello, everybody. I'm sorry I didn't do a bunch of shout outs. Hello. I'll come back. I just want to stay on. See, Angel, FG, what's up? Bernadette, Jeff, what's up? Oyadi, what's up? Lori, what's up? Nancy, what's up? Teat Mouse, hello. I've been hearing that word everywhere for the past couple months now because of you. And now I can say it now. So hello, everybody. And let's put the banner up. We got Aries up. Woo! That took my breath out. Yeah, it's a type of bird. But after we discussed it, I started hearing it, and I heard it more because I guess you don't pay attention to what you don't know most of the time. So, and now I have the birds. So, all right, Aries, who is coming towards you? And then the Aries through Pisces portion, I'll pull the Hidden Truth for the past person. Ooh. Cards just flew out. I got a very strong earthy energy coming towards you. The Hierophant, Queen of Pentacles. Looking like a relationship this week could actually start. We could start talking about plans. There seems to be something a little bit more stable growing in a relationship. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, right out the gate wants to show up for you. It could be a little bit of rigidness and stubbornness too when it comes to my needs versus your needs. And I have the King of Pentacles again. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, stability is big. It's somebody who may be thinking about the practicalness of this relationship. Is this something that can withstand the test of time? Are you somebody? Are we able to work through whatever and land in and become more serious? So let's see who they are being right now. You got somebody really thinking overtime about you, right? And maybe starting to see clearly. Someone sees you differently. And I don't care it's who it is. It's somebody that is seeing Aries exactly the way you are today, but maybe didn't notice certain things. And maybe they're ready, with all that earth energy. It could be somebody that's like, this could actually make more sense than I thought. So what pulls them towards you? The Two of Wands. And I kind of look at this card too as not just what pulls them towards you, but how they might be acting towards you as well. And this is, you could be dealing with somebody who flirts with you and, keeps it light, but they keep kind of tiptoeing around things, or 1 foot in, 1 foot out. One day might be more flirty than the next. And but the good news is there's movement. You got them, you're pulling them in, you're fire, right? you know, there's something about here. Well, there's a lot about fire. I'm telling you, I love fire. You know, you've got this energy that is intoxicated. Now, they could be trying to, you know, resolve something, another relationship. They could be talking to somebody else. And or have been talking to somebody else, and then you show up and now it's like, ooh, I got options, right? And at the same time, they could be just getting out of a situation or have been focusing intently on, you know, life in general, and they're liking what they see and they're continuing to move forward towards you, but they just may be analyzing which way they want to go. It's just it can cause a lot of anxiety for you, because maybe this person, you know, you feel the genuine pull towards you. You feel something's going on, you know they're interested, but why won't you make the move already? It's like you want to push them over the ledge here. So what is actually stopping them? The Seven of Wands. They may have a lot of shit coming on them at once. And, you know, this can be somebody who is typically very defensive or very guarded with their, until they know what they want or are ready to take action. They don't want to be pushed into something. A lot of fire here. Now, I just see somebody who's kind of creeping around you and softening up anyways, but it's not easy for this person to be vulnerable. So let's see you. I see the Lovers card. All right. Maybe this is what's pulling them in towards you. You got a grip on somebody, and I'm seeing Gemini. All right. It is not easy for this person to let down their guards. This could be new to them. You could be new to them. They see you differently. At first, maybe they didn't think that you were their type, or that you guys, you know, this could last. But remember, we're getting that earthy energy. So this week, the movement, because the Lovers card, you're pulling somebody in because I feel like you're falling in love. You keep the door open. You enjoy, you know, this person wants you. You enjoy the attention that they do give you, even if it's subtle. All right. And so this is why somebody is kind of caught up in more dreaming about you, fantasizing about you, and sort of playing around with the energy between the two of you. It's like they like the energy. They like being wanted by you. They like the desire right now. All right, but you may be wanting something a little bit more serious with the King of Pentacles. So it could be fun for them right now, but you're wanting something that you can have more long term. And they may be feeling that pull from you, that you're falling in love with them, or that you're just different around them now. And so now with the block, the Seven of Wands, it almost feels like this person has to make a decision, because they might be realizing that you like them more than they thought. All right. So the movement this week, I am seeing there's a lot of conflict this week. All right. Let them chase you. They could chase you. All right. This is sort of a playful energy, a teasing energy. Somebody who pokes at you, somebody that might reach out to you, might be, you know, and I do see a little bit of jealousy. This person might get a little jealous if there are other people, if you have choices. If you have somebody else in your life, or you have talked about somebody from your past, this person could definitely get jealous if they think you're thinking about somebody else. They don't like competition. So this week, you may notice that they may be fighting for your attention or trying to get more of your attention this week. And so with that being said, let's see what you should do. And then I'll go into Aries through Pisces. Queen of Wands. Look at this. What you should do, Queen of Wands. Nothing. Be you. All right. This is showing like you're amplified. Your energy is amplified and intoxicated. And it looks like this person here, all they see is you when you enter a room, if that's the case, if you're around them, or when they see you. And the jealousy is real, I can see, because you must be going through something, or some makeover, or doing something different. Because remember, they're seeing you different. There's something you're doing different. So you have a lot of earth and fire even coming through for you. So let's look at Aries through Pisces. If this is a past person, remember, you can do what you will with this portion, but I know some of you might be going through a complex situation. So I'm just going to get a message from Aries through Pisces. All right. If you're connected to an Aries, I'm afraid of commitment. All right. That is you know, hey, it sucks out there right now. You guys don't want to hear it, but it seems like people really are afraid to get stuck in a situation too quickly. Taurus, I am different now. So it looks like Taurus has gone through some changes in their life. It looks as though I feel like they're going to poke through or communicate with you, and they kind of want you to see that they've changed. Gemini wishes to start all over with you. So remember, some of these are indicating that you may hear from them. So if you are blocked or they are thinking about you, this is what I'm getting that they're thinking. They wish to start all over with you. So they could be pondering, this is, reaching out. Cancer. So there's something about what you're doing that is intimidating them. Your newfound confidence intimidates them. There's something about the way you're carrying yourself. They may be feeling like you're preparing yourself for somebody else and they're losing your attention. Leo has trouble with intimacy. Anytime you try to get too close, they push you away. Virgo is reminiscent about you right now, so maybe a phone call coming in. Libra, I miss hearing your voice as well. So you have a Libra that's reminiscent about you. Scorpio, leaving you hurt me too. All right. So neither of you have sat well or are sitting well with the separation or the ending of a situation, which means there's unfinished business there. Sagittarius watches your social media, keeps an eye on you, wants to see what you're up to 24/7. Capricorn, long distance for some of you, is the only reason why this isn't working. Aquarius, time apart will improve your relationships, so stop worrying about it. That's Mama Frankie. Stop worrying about it. Pisces, outside opinions affect your love life. Stop listening to your friends. Stop listening. It just seems like the people around you aren't always supporting you, especially if you're in a relationship and they're single. All right. So there could be you're listening to too many people and not listening to yourself when it comes to a Pisces. All right. It is pouring here in Florida. And it's amazing. I love it when it does this. So hopefully nothing happens to the internet though. The Taurus. Don't forget, I'm doing super chats after this. I'm not going to be on for much. These get kind of long. So if you do want to get on the list, I do have 4 people already. I don't know if anybody else. I have Randy from yesterday. I do have T-Mouse from yesterday. I have Rebecca. And also, you're a new member again. Woohoo! Hello. All right. So if you want to get on the list, you can get on the list. All right. Let's see. Taurus at 14. I love Florida rain. I really do. That is one thing I'll never complain about. Yeah, my hair gets all messed up, but the rain here is just awesome. And then it'll be sunny in 10 minutes. All right, Taurus. Who's coming towards you this week, past, present, new? The Aries through Pisces portion will be a message from a past person that you've already connected to or somebody you already know. All right. Well, you have the 2 of Cups. All right. Overall energy here. So somebody wants to say something to you. This could be a good week of just deepening your connections and talking to somebody about your feelings. Sometimes it's just unspoken. You just see it, you just know it, and you just feel it. This could be the beginning of you noticing somebody this week around you more, or somebody who's just missing talking to you and wants to hear from you. Maybe they need your support. Maybe they miss you. All right. So the Two of Cups talks about conversation and, meeting on the same page or feeling some sort of pull towards one another. And it runs deeper. And at this stage, you may not know what it is, but something is deepening your connection. Now, your person, who they are right now, and I see the Page of Cups. You got a younger water sign, maybe somebody who maybe has a child, or somebody who has a childlike personality. I love those kind of people, right? It just seems like no matter how old they get, everybody seems so young. These kind of people seem so young at heart, like it's their first time here. And somebody really does care about you. Somebody's crushing on you at this point, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And it feels real. You could be talking to this person already. There is indications here that, we've talked at least once, or, we're pulled, and I just feel like you get me. So how are they acting and what pulls them towards you? Six of Pentacles. You may notice somebody being very thoughtful. What pulls them towards you is your kindness, your generosity. This is the rock that Taurus always is, very grounded energy, very supportive energy. So this could actually be a friend of yours that is really falling for you, right? Or you're in a relationship with somebody, talking to somebody right now, and you just feel like something is making things really solid between the two of you. It's the line's getting crossed here. It's getting blurred between you and another person. If you thought somebody didn't care about you, I'm getting an energy this week that pay attention to their actions and the thoughtfulness behind, or the responses to you. And it feels like they want to be around you more. They want to give you more. So what's actually stopping them? What's the block? And I'm seeing the Four of Swords, just a little overwhelmed. It's like, and this can be talking oneself out of it sometimes too. Maybe if I just ignore this feeling, maybe it'll just pass. But somebody's feelings for you this week are going to be hard to ignore. Because if they've been trying to ignore it, or they keep waiting for a rainy day, a rainy day, right? But the Four of Swords as their block is somebody that still is afraid to get hurt. But there's something about you that they keep coming towards you. This week, it's like expressing their feelings overwhelms them. Let's see you. Six of Swords. Some of you may be traveling. Some of you may be just kind of going with the flow. Maybe even moving on. You don't even notice this. But this is somebody real who's trying to enter your life. And they could be doing small things and you might not be noticing. Right? And it feels like, maybe they feel like you don't see them. You don't notice them as much, or you don't realize how much they do care about you. But you seem to be pulling away from this person. Maybe, you're not realizing the depth of how this person really feels about you. So I don't know. I don't like to say this too often, but if some of you are feeling like, should I move on? Maybe this week isn't about moving on for you. Right? It could be about just giving something, just letting something sit, letting something settle, because it looks like you have got somebody here that, they can't even see straight anymore. It's overwhelming them. And if you are thinking about moving on or leaving, this person here It's not what they want. So what's the actual movement this week? I see the King of Wands. Let me get one more for this, the Sun card. There could be some serious movement this week. With the Two of Cups, the Sun card, and the King of Wands, this is somebody getting ready to open their heart to you. For some of you, this could be new romance, somebody who's trying to get your attention. Somebody may be acting a little bit more confident than they really are. All right, so I am seeing new romance here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It could be somebody who is trying to make you laugh. You know, through humor, this person is trying to get your attention. Let's see what you should do. The Ace of Wands, let the spark happen. Just show up. Don't misread somebody this week. This is showing here, open up to the conversation, open up. You know, maybe this person feels like you don't see them, or this person feels like you guys don't have a lot in common, or do you guys really, you know, you feel some sort of pull towards each other, but are we good for each other? Are we opposite? Do we, you know, can we mesh? Can we really make this happen? And I'm getting, be open. Be open to communication with somebody who's trying to get your attention this week. Somebody definitely crushing or falling in love with you, and it's overwhelming them. All right, so if you've got somebody specific on your mind from the past, I will pull Aries through Pisces. All right, think about your person. This is for past. I'll just get a quick message from them. Aries, finances are a problem, and that's what's holding back an Aries. You know, maybe they don't want anybody to know that they have problems with finances. Taurus, I get, please forgive me, you know, and look at this forgiveness coming in. The Six of Pentacles too. Somebody really trying to put forth some effort to show you they care this week. That's what I got, Taurus. I'm trying to really, that's it, right? Maybe please forgive me for not understanding what you really need. Or maybe now I'm seeing, you know, what you really gave or give. Or I wasn't seeing you for who you are, but now I got hit on the head and now I see it, you know? Gemini, I have sexual fantasies about you. It's a very sexual relationship with you and Gemini. Cancer, please be patient with me. You know, for each his own, depending on how long you've been waiting. Leo, I don't know what I want. And that's the bottom line. I just don't know, and so I don't make a choice. I don't know what to do. I don't want to just jump in, or I don't want to leave. It's just really in limbo. It feels like a hanged man. Virgo, I want you so badly. So there's some heat happening with the Virgo. Libra, I still have feelings for you. Scorpio, I took the easy way out. Sagittarius, I pretend you don't mean that much. Capricorn, it's their turn to chase after you. So sit back. Sit back. Aquarius, I compare others to you. All right, obviously you left a mark on them. Pisces, I watch your social media, so I'm always keeping tabs on you. Good morning. I felt retrograde on Sunday, big time, you know, but the times before it seems kind of heavier. It seems like it's, and that full moon yesterday came out of nowhere. All right. All right, Gemini. I was the problem yesterday. All right, Gemini. Let me put the banner. Sorry. Gemini. Who's coming towards you? We're focusing on anybody for the spread. I will pull a card for a past person with the Aries through Pisces. All right. Who's coming towards Gemini? And any movement this week? All right, Gemini, look at the Magician here. You're attracting somebody and you're attracting what you want. You're in a good vibe. Looks like you're in a good vibe. Something you're manifesting, someone you're manifesting. Maybe you're manifesting a block to be removed. That could happen this week. All right. You got Virgo energy here and you got Gemini energy here. You can make this work. This could be a really good week for you making that magic happen. All right. Now, this could be somebody also manifesting you in. So let's see their energy. Knight of Cups. All right. All right. Knight of Cups. Talk about wearing your heart on your sleeve. Very emotional energy coming your way. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Right? So this is somebody that feels you, feels good. It feels good. It's communication. So you must, or you are communicating with this person. And they're not playing around with their feelings. That doesn't mean that, you know, sometimes this guy, you guys call the Page of Wands the player. Sometimes I think the Page of Cups can be the bigger player. I mean, the Knight of Cups. They fall in love so quickly, but you never know if it's going to last. So you got to be careful. But this is happening pretty fast. Somebody falling in love. Pretty strong connection. You know, they may be reading some messages that you sent to them, revisiting them. Let's see what pulls them towards you or how they're acting too. The Seven of Swords. What pulls them towards you? They weren't honest with you. They're not being honest with you. They're triggering you. I get a playful energy though. I get a playful energy like, you know, maybe they don't want you to know how much they really, really like you or like talking to you. But there's some deceptive energy here. So be mindful. Right now, I'm not getting you know, an awful deception, but I am getting a playful deception. You know, it's like being clever, being, but always kind of only giving you a little bit or only saying so much. Not being 100% authentic. And, you know, where I'm getting the game playing is because of the Magician. Right? So it's like, be mindful of somebody who is testing you, testing the waters. They're definitely hooked on you, but they're playing around. What's their block? What's stopping them? The Ten of Swords, right? Same story, different day, different sign. You know, I've been down this road. I've been lied to. This person's been lied to or betrayed or cheated on recently. But the thing about this person is they fall in love fast. And maybe you caught them off guard. Let's see your energy. The Queen of Cups. You're definitely drawing them in. You know, your vulnerability, your ability to care, and your softness is what's drawing this person in. You seem to know, or you seem to read them correctly. What's the movement this week? You got strong water. Movement this week is Queen of Pentacles. If you're talking to this person, it may shift into a little bit, it may get more real this week. You know, maybe your person is gearing up for a confession. There's something about you guys are connecting on an emotional level. That's why the Magician is here. This could be one of these right place, right time. You guys are both emotional or in your feelings, and that's drawn the two of you together. But the reason this person keeps testing you is because they must have just recently been through a difficult period, or they just are having a hard time trusting you or the situation. Is this real, or is this just playfulness? Now, this week, the movement is the Queen of Pentacles, which shows slow and steady steps towards a conversation about what's really going on here in this relationship. So you may get some truth. If some of you have gone through or you're separated from this person, I can see this. They're not being 100% honest about their feelings towards you. They still have feelings for you. Whoever needs to hear that. What should you do this week? I have Earth energy for you. I see the Lovers card. You know, it's going to be hard to fight your heart when it comes to this person, because it looks like you both are manifesting each other in, and you both desire this. So it's one of these weeks where if there's any red flags, you're going to ignore them. You both are going to ignore them. Maybe love is going to just soften this relationship up and bring you guys together. Maybe somebody's decided not to play games anymore. You know, somebody realized, and I'm also seeing making a choice this week to let love in again. Because the block this person is having is letting somebody else down. So there could be somebody else that this person here may have not been honest with you about. And they may be trying to protect somebody else's heart, but they're falling for you. And you see two queens here. So, and that's why I'm getting this. The games that you've been feeling could be they didn't want to hurt. Somebody is still hurting over them. So that's what I have for you. And you're in your, look at you, you're in your element, right? And you don't have to do anything but lure this person in with your charm. This is what you guys are on. You guys process the same. You guys think the same. You feel the same. You might not do other things the same, but you're definitely on the same wavelength when it comes to how you make each other feel. It's one of those like little nudges, or we can say something to each other and we just feel it. You know how they feel. They know how you feel. All right. So that is what's bringing you guys closer together, is the emotions between the two of you and being seen. So let's see Aries through Pisces. If you have a past person on your mind, I'll get a message. Aries. Finances are a problem with Aries. I'm going to have to call my son and make sure everything's okay. All right. Taurus. This was just a fling with the Taurus. Maybe something was meant to be just short-lived. All right. It is what it is. Gemini. Gemini, their intentions are confusingly questionable. So do some research if they do, because these are the past people. They could be trying to poke back in. And I'm getting the intentions. It could be just sexual or just attention. Cancer thinks the world of you. Leo is afraid of commitment. Virgo is asking for you to forgive them. Libra feels terrible for hurting you. Scorpio has sexual fantasies about you. Sagittarius, this is the end. Maybe not for all of you, but it is showing door closed. Capricorn, you're at the point of no return. The end is near. It looks as though you may have another shot at trying, but pushing right now could push it over the edge. Aquarius, I don't know how to feel right now. I need more time to process. And Pisces, stagnancy is affecting your love life. So it just feels like the routine has gotten in the way. Gotta bring back that spark. Cancer. All right, good timing today. All right, hello, Taja. Hello, Isa. Hello, everybody that's coming in. Sorry, I'm just kind of going through. I haven't been doing a lot of shout outs. All right, Cancer, happy birthday to you. All right, who's coming towards you? This first part is whoever. The second part, Aries to Pisces, will be a message from your past person or someone that you're still kind of hanging on to. You have the Fool card here. So this is talking about somebody trying to enter your life. You got a Fool, you got an Aries energy. It could be an unexpected turnaround. Of course, Cancer, Mercury retrogrades in your sign. So this could be, you know, coming back around again, or even just a fresh new person, right? You know, and it is somebody, though, that doesn't know what they want, right? That's the only thing about the Fool card. Fresh start means we'll just see where things go and see how it happens, but there's no agenda. Let's see your person's energy, 7 of Cups, all right? So be mindful of somebody that shows up for you this week. The Fool and the 7 of Cups says, I am a fool for you. I fall in love. I love to be in love. You look so good. You are the cherry on top. I fantasize about you. I fantasize about the possibilities. It's easy to woo this person in. It's so easy to get this person to, in this kind of energy, to get them to play along, to get them to jump in. But to get them to commit is the problem. So what's pulling them towards you, and, you know, or how they act in the 7 of Swords. So you may be like, what the hell's going on with this person? Why are they acting weird? It feels like, you know, you don't know who I am, or it feels like, you know, you're keeping something from me. And they are, because this person is in love with you. They absolutely see potential, but they don't want to rush in or jump in and, you know, fall hard. So I am getting the 7 of Swords now twice today, which is kind of an indicator. it feels like some of you people know that they're keeping you in their energy. They don't, and you can definitely seduce this person, but they don't know what they want. So they're constantly checking in with you. They feel a lot, but only say very little. What's their biggest block? The Five of Wands, the conflict or the challenge. You challenge them, or you have competition around you, or you're very dramatic and intense. You know, I can see Cancer's like, not me. No way. You, a Cancer, you can be very controlling and intense. But, you know, this person also, you know, they may feel like you get what you want. You want what you want. And you may, you know, say a lot of things or, you know, demand a lot of things for this relationship. This could also be why this person doesn't tell you how deeply they feel, because they may be afraid, you know, that you're going to want to jump in quicker and push things, try to manage everything to make it go quicker than it can. So if they've got other things going on and they're trying to manage this relationship by not letting you know that they're still thinking about you, it's possibly because, and I'm saying this because I know you guys, I've been on this long enough, some of you just want it too much. You want it too fast. You want to have it when you want it. And your person's just not 100% ready yet. Let's see your energy, though. Let's see what this card says. I see the Empress, though. Maybe some of you, you know, are chilling, realizing that I know my worth. Maybe you've stopped fighting for it, right? I like this for you. Maybe you have reached a point where you're just like, you know what? You can come after me. You can chase me. That's what I'm getting. So here is the wrap, all right, before I get into the movement. This could be somebody here that you've chased, that you've really tried, and you know there's something there, but they keep it hidden to a degree. This is somebody that may show up at your door again or come back around, or somebody that you're interested in. They're showing up in the Seven of Cups energy and the Seven of Wands. They may be expecting you to chase them. Don't chase them. Let them come to you, because they're on the verge here. They want you and they have more feelings than they're letting on, but they may be testing to see if you'll still chase them. Do not chase them. You are the Empress, male or female, because that is going to drive them mad and possibly get them to confess and make a decision. So their movement this week is the Six of Wands. Look at, they will come after you. It looks like somebody wants your attention, and don't chase this person. Let them pursue you. Somebody is pursuing my Cancers this week. I have Leo energy here too as well, and Taurus and Libra. What should you do? And I see the High Priestess. So I'm answering the same question I've already said, but the High Priestess is saying, stay silent, withdraw a little bit. You've got divine feminine energy coming through for you. This says, listen and observe this person. Watch them chase their own tail if you don't chase them, because they're going to pursue you. They want this. And if they think that they're losing control over the situation, that's what's going to get them to finally make that choice. So Pisces energy there, Cancer energy there is showing up for you. You've got to really trust and reflect and go within. Let this person come to you. All right, Aries to Pisces. They may come in nonchalant with that Fool card. Don't let it fool you. But don't get too excited. Look at me. You're getting goosebumps. I am too. I'm just like, I feel like I'm literally there with you. And I'm like holding Cancer's hand like, this is the moment. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I want you so badly at the bottom. All right, let's see. So for Aries, I need a little more time, right? Now we're looking at the past person. This could be totally different from the reading I just did. All right, I'm separating it, but you guys do whatever you need to do in your minds. Aries, I need time. I need more time. Taurus. Taurus can be trying to get back with you, but it says getting back with your ex screams disaster. So we are seeing a Taurus trying to come back to your life. Gemini, I'm not financially stable. So this could be really bothering them, and they could be really working a lot and just focusing on their grind. Cancer, someone is sabotaging the relationship. And I can see that up here, even though we're not focusing on that. But there's definitely some sabotage going on, whether it be you or another Cancer. You know, it's like we got to just sit back and know our worth and let them pursue us. So let your Cancer pursue you. Leo, they wish to start all over with you, missing you and want a clean slate. Virgo, no more games. Your partner has new plans. All right. So it looks like you could have a Virgo coming around that really wants to take things seriously. Libra, I check on you from afar. I'm always watching you to see if you've moved on. Scorpio, also, I watch your social media. I ain't watching shit, right? But some Scorpio is. They're watching you, Cancer. All right. Sagittarius, sometimes I hear your voice in my head. So something you said to a Sag landed deeply. Right? They might even hear you and look around like, are you there? Capricorn, I want to start over. They may be trying to come back in too. Aquarius could be your twin flame if you're on that journey. So enjoy it. It's not fun. And Pisces. Pisces still feels the pain. They haven't forgotten you. And so maybe there's still unfinished business here with the Pisces, you know. All right. Hello, Mitzi. All right, we are moving on to Leo. Am I doing good time today? Let's see, Leo. Where's my Leo timestamp go? Hold on, guys. This retro, I swear, no, even if it's a softer one, it still messes with me. There's Leo. 40. All right. Don't forget I'm doing super chats at the end, but I'm going to close the questions right after Pisces. So if you want a question, get on the list now. All right. No, guys, membership's going to be tomorrow because I messed up the whole schedule. I'll be on there tomorrow. All right, Leo, who's coming towards you? We're picking up the strongest energy around my Leos. And then I'll do Aries through Pisces. I'll focus on your past person because we are in retrograde. I'm seeing judgment. So there's a turnaround here. Maybe, you know, we said something too quickly. You got fire energy, you got Scorpio energy, and the truth be told, you know, a reckoning, realizing something. So this could be an important change this week to your relationship. status, right? And don't be too quick to judge a situation. Maybe somebody was too quick to judge you. But let's see what's going on. Let's see your person's energy. The Four of Cups. So they're not too happy. You didn't imagine, you're not imagining it. Somebody feels a bond with you, but they're not wanting to admit it. Somebody thinking about you, but they're very withdrawn. You know, it's somebody here that, I don't know, maybe judged you wrong, judged you harshly, judged the situation, said something to you, and now they're going poop. Not literally, but all right. So let's see how they're acting. What are you seeing? All right, the Five of Wands. You may be going through a lot of challenges with this person. There could be some jealousy going on here. Wanting your attention. Somebody really wants your attention, but you're maybe giving it to others. They're not getting your attention the way they once did. But they're fighting, letting you know. You know, they may feel like you get attention from other people. But here's the thing, the way you see them, you might be wondering what the hell's going on? What's their problem? Like, why are they so testy? Why are they being so hard and challenging? And it might be really frustrating you because this can easily project back onto you. Like you've done something wrong. But this person, you know, really is struggling inside with something that has happened between the two of you. Or something that is going on. What, I'm going to pull a separate card. What draws them to you? The King of Pentacles. You're very stable and grounded and very, you're the freaking King of Pentacles. It seems like you're busting your ass. You're doing your thing. You're very grounded and you know your worth. Maybe you didn't put up with something from, or you're not putting up with something from this person and they admire that about you. You're all about your money and status. You could have really, you may be the best thing for this person, but they didn't see it at the time. Let's see your energy. What's going on with you? The Knight of Swords. You may be questioning everything. Like it feels like this person is giving you mixed messages. You may be thinking this person doesn't want you, but it feels like they're protecting themselves. They could be a little jealous that you could have other people after you. You may move on quick, or you've moved on quick. But I'm seeing you kind of as defensive, like maybe you think you said something or did something wrong. Maybe you did say something sharp to this person because of their attitude. But you might be ready to move on from it. Like, I can't deal with this. I feel bad for you. Your person's way about getting your attention is not what a King of Pentacles wants. What's their movement this week? 9 of Wands. Your person feels like they have one more chance to make it right with you. Right? It looks like your person's pursuing this also, giving it one more shot, doesn't want to give up on this connection with you. But I am feeling like they are a little worn out. themselves. Like, it just feels like a lot of competition between the two of you. And maybe you just work a lot, or you care about your money, your status, and that could frustrate this person too. But what pulls them towards you is your responsibility. You're level-headed. You have a lot going on. You take care of business. You say what you mean and you do it. But you may not realize how hard your words hit this person. You may have said something out of being defensive or getting, because look at the Five of Wands is conflict between the two of you. You may have said something that finally landed for this person, and this week you may see them show up kind of defeated, but at the same time willing to give it another shot because you guys have come too far. What should you do? The Three of Swords. Give yourself a little bit of time to process, especially if this person, if you just recently gone through an argument or a separation. This is just asking you to process your feelings before you make a decision. But this feels like something that's been ongoing, and it's bothering your person more than you realize. All right, Aries through Pisces. That one went in its own way. Now you have a Judgment card, which is finally facing some truth and making a decision about where this relationship is bound to go. All right, Aries. Aries really wants to open up and tell you so much that's been going on in their life. So obviously, I'm looking at, well, first of all, I'm looking at the past right now, right? This was just the reading, and this is if you have a past person, or, it may resonate with you. But so it feels like you may get a conversation with an Aries if it's been a minute, because something's going on in their life and it seems like they're pretty excited, and you're the first person that they want to share it with. Taurus wants a life with you. They daydream about a life with you. So whatever is going on with you and a Taurus, it's a glitch in the bigger picture. You guys look like you could cross paths again or end up together. Gemini, you're doing too much. Balance is needed. Got to pull your energy back from a Gemini. The more you try, the more you do, the less they do. That is just the energy dynamics. They're not matching you, and it's they're getting what they need, and then they're pulling away at the same time. So balance is needed. Cancer, there's a lot of secrets and deception between you and a Cancer, and the both of you may know it, and it terrifies both of you. You guys both may be at a stalemate. You both have something on each other. Leo, I want to make amends. So Leo, this is what I'm seeing here too. It's really difficult for somebody here. And you might be dealing with somebody that's moody, somebody that it's hard to get them to see the bright side of things at times. And that could be a challenge for you. But it looks like something you've said really, really hit them this time. So I do see I want to make amends. Virgo wants to work things out with you too. You may hear from a Virgo. Libra, the heart wants what it wants. It looks like the heart keeps leading you two back together. You guys can't explain it, but it just is what it is. Scorpio, intimacy with them isn't what it used to be. The spark's dead. It's just not the same as it used to be. You guys may be trying to hold on to something that's not there no more. Sagittarius, you deserve better than me. It's time to move on and know your worth. Capricorn, I would do it all again. So Capricorn wants you to know, even if you guys had to go down different paths, every experience they had with you was worth it. Aquarius, you didn't see my tears. So it was more painful for them to walk away from you than you think. And Pisces, I admire you. So you bring grounding and realness to a Pisces world. And they admire your strength, your ability, the King of Pentacles, just to keep working and going and getting things done and not giving up. All right, Leo, that's what I got. All right, Virgo 101. Bye, Leo. We're on to Virgo. All right, Virgo. Virgo, who's coming towards you this week? Any movement, what you should do? And then Aries through Pisces will be your past person. I'll get a message. All right, 9 of Cups, Virgo. Good energy to start with in the High Priestess. So there could be some good news that you have and you won't see coming. Something that surprises you, makes you feel good. Virgo's like, finally, right? So you could have a secret admirer for some of you. Somebody kind of lurking in the background. Somebody still wanting a little bit of Virgo in their life. And things that have been hidden are going to surface. We did just have the full moon. It doesn't mean that those hidden things, you got it plays out over a couple weeks, right? So this week could really be potent with certain hidden things coming to light. Somebody feeling you without saying it. You may already know it. Their energy, the Ace of Swords. All right, a strong pull to announce it to you. Somebody finally getting the download, getting the memo. Somebody finally seeing you for who you are. Maybe they didn't see you. They've been observing or keeping tabs on you, seeing what you're up to. Could be somebody that's finally ready to speak up. It's like thinking about you, the thought of you. If somebody has gone a little bit quiet, they're still strongly in your energy. So you may be noticing how they acting, Page of Cups, and what pulls them towards you, the Six of Wands. So this is online. This could be somebody definitely paying attention to your social media, seeing if you're talking to anybody. What pulls them towards you is your confidence, how much you stand out. You get a lot of people's attention. And you've got somebody who's crushing on you. So I am feeling that there's an online presence that may be crushing on you, or somebody is swimming around your social medias, checking up on you, seeing what you're doing. What they love about you is maybe how successful you are in what you do. So if a lot of you are rising up, doing well, the way you hold yourself together, your appearance, the way you carry yourself, it's all there. You turn heads. But somebody likes your or wants your attention. And I don't think that they have felt this way because it feels very newish and very vulnerable. And it doesn't feel like, you know, they realized the depth of their feelings, especially with that 9 of Cups. So you got somebody who really wants you. They may look at you and you give one aspect of yourself to everybody. Everybody sees you standing out, talking, superficial kind of, you got to wear your masks in town. But this person sees you deeper, sees what others don't see. And it feels very rich and real. And I don't know. I don't use the word tender a lot. I used it earlier in a reading, and I just feel tender-hearted, very tender-hearted. And this kind of person is somebody that maybe many of you have complained with in the past, thinking that they were hard-hearted. Most people who are most tender-hearted come across as the hardest. Let's see your energy. Page of Pentacles. Maybe this person's a friend of yours and you're just keeping them as a friend. Maybe you're working a lot, you're not interested as much as they are, or you appear, geez, sorry. My God. All right. I thought my phone was on silent. All right. So you're showing up as the Page of Pentacles. So maybe you think you have to do a lot or always do something or be doing something in a relationship to make it work. You might be trying to accommodate, or you might be talking to a couple people. But I'm going to say this for you. That's a sign he may call you. Yes, you may get a phone call. I'm a Virgo rising. But what I'm seeing here is that I don't think you have to do anything this time to get this movement. This is forming without you having to do anything. It seems like you're not even aware of this going on behind you. So I'm going to look at the past for you here, but this could be somebody that's trying to get your attention, Virgo. And you may not even be noticing it because you may be trying to work it with somebody else. You're so used to having to do something to get something to move. And yet you have somebody here behind you who's saying, you don't have to do anything for my attention. So something is forming in the background. And like I said, this week, there could be something popping up that you didn't even expect. 9 of Cups, look at that. A relationship starting. Let's see the movement this week and what you should do. Look at the Ace of Cups, a new love. The movement this week could be new love or a love offer. You're seeing, somebody's heart opening up this week. What you should do, the Wheel of Fortune, take your chances. This could feel like destiny. This definitely could be somebody coming back. I don't care who it is right now. It just feels like, it's coming around and it could hit you out of nowhere. But it looks like new love, very strong week for you, for the doorway opening for love to come in. All right. So let's look at Aries through Pisces. All right, so think of the past person that's on your mind and let's get a message. Aries, I still have feelings for you. Unfinished business. We have Taurus. I have trouble with intimacy. All right, so every time you try to get close, they pull away. Gemini, your relationship is divinely guided. There's nothing you need to do, just allow it to unfold. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. So this is good news. You can stop worrying about it and do your own thing. Maybe you're meant to do your own thing, and that's what's going to make it happen. Cancer, I find you so attractive. So we're looking at past right now. So you guys can do whatever you want, though, if this is somebody you're connected to. Leo, our story isn't over yet. Virgo, comparing yourself diminishes your beauty. So if you're comparing yourself to other people or constantly judging yourself or criticizing yourself, your Virgo is saying, stop doing that. You know, it drives them crazy. They want you to be more confident. Libra needs security, so they're staying where they feel safe. Scorpio, they can feel you. Scorpio always be feeling you. Sagittarius, a reconciliation is on the horizon. Capricorn, I do love you, if that's what you needed to know. Aquarius, I don't know what you want. I don't know what to give you. I don't know what to do. I hear this in my own life. I don't know what the hell you want. What do you want from me? What do you want from me, lady? Right? I don't know. Figure it out, because your Aquarius is getting frustrated. Right? Saying, I don't know what the hell to do. Pisces, you're better off as friends with the Pisces right now. Hold up. All right. I love you guys. Let me make sure that wasn't an emergency. All right. It wasn't an emergency. All right. Libra, Libros, Librarians. 13. All right. Libra. Woo, card just flew. All right, so these two cards just flew out for you, the Chariot and the Eight of Wands, and talk about intensity, high intensity, full speed. This is like racetrack speed. And this can be very powerful energy, something coming in quickly, but also it could be something leaving quickly too. So hitting that gas pedal. Some of you could have a lot of people coming at you this week. You know, it's like very intense energy. Something that needs to be said needs to get said. It may not be easy. You may feel pulled to finally, you know, move and go somewhere. I don't know, some of you could just take off and be very loud about it. And somebody may return into your life this week and be very loud about it. And coming in with the honest truth, you know, this speaking my truth. All right, so those two cards just flew out, and I see a Cancer. So some of you could be talking to a Cancer this week. Let's see what else I got. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, the cannons go off. And there's the Lovers card. So some of you have choices this week, right? Some of you, maybe you've had a couple people that you've been talking to and, all of a sudden it's all coming in at once, or, you went stagnant for a while. It seemed quiet for a while. And all of a sudden now it all picks up. Everybody's coming in. Everybody. So Libra could be getting all their exes coming back, or everybody that they've been trying to talk to. Maybe people were busy and you didn't get the memo. And you're like, why is everybody so silent? Why is life so silent? What is this person really thinking? And then all of a sudden everybody hits at once and you're like, maybe you'll realize that you always take it personal. You always think it's about you, or you always think you did something and you didn't. It's just life was hitting everybody maybe at the same time, and Libras were kind of felt left in the dust. All right, I see the Knight of Swords. That energy, look at that's even some of the fastest energy, right? That's some of the fastest energy coming in for you. So this week, a lot of things could be happening pretty fast. And the doors revolving though too. So people might be coming in and you might be sending them away as quickly as they come in. All right. Hopefully no bill collectors. We don't need any of them, or, any kind of jury duties and all that good stuff. But I don't know, maybe you got to slow down a little bit. Maybe that's your energy. You're going too fast. Your person, 5 of Swords. All right. This is somebody who, may be pondering and kind of ruminating over something that was said between the two of you. They keep circling around. Sometimes this card can be somebody who just goes too far. They say things, they go too far, and they wish they hadn't said them. They have to win the fight. They'll say whatever to win the fight. All right. Now, their motives are questionable. So I am seeing this. I'm still getting somebody in air energy who doesn't necessarily know what they want. So you're not going to be able to maybe get all the answers that you're seeking just yet. Or maybe, I did say in the beginning here, these 2 cards flew out. Maybe this is where somebody's finally going to tell you what their true intentions are. Quit always. Does this person always want to be right? This person always has to be right. And this person could be going through a lot of stress, and that's why you're misunderstanding them. This is somebody that'll say one thing and do another. Right? They're just kind of all over the place at times, and it can give mixed messages to you. So let's see how they're showing up, what's pulling them towards you, and how you may be seeing them. The Hierophant. So you may really get this person to see things clearly. What pulls them towards you is your dedication, commitment, and loyalty. You've got great integrity. And you're very open and understanding. You're a teacher. My Libras are the teacher today. Maybe you're teaching this person something serious, teaching them a lesson. Maybe you're helping them. This person needs your help to see through some sort of stress they're having. Somebody comes to you for grounding and for knowledge, experience. Maybe you're experienced and this person feels a little bit more grounded and safer around you. Your values you hold high, your integrity, and that could also, I want to say, because what pulls them towards you is the thing they want, but also it's a reflection, a mirror back. So when they see somebody like you who's holier than thou, no, always right, your natural judges, this person has to deal with their less than positive intentions. You know, you're a mirror to them. So when they do something wrong or say something wrong, or they're lying to you, or just feel like they're giving you mixed messages, I think it's because they can't be around you. It's somebody that, you know, if they're dishonest, you call them out, not even trying. I don't know, but at the same time, you're making somebody step up and be a better person. You're helping them see clearly. What's their biggest block? The Two of Pentacles. You just have somebody here that is afraid to commit to one thing or the other. And you seem to have the answers, but this person also fights you on that too. They see you as the answer. They seem more grounded with you, and they see the potential of a relationship with you. But this person here keeps flip-flopping back and forth. They just, you know, they want something, but they don't want to commit to it. They want it to be easy. Let's see you, the World card. You've already been there, done it, and it's like you're still dabbling with somebody who needs to make a decision, or you're going to move on from this person. Why are you still connected? It seems like that was last chapter. This was last chapter for you. You're still connecting maybe with several people, or you keep connecting with people that may have resonated with you a year ago, but are not resonating with you anymore because you're ready for something new. So if you have a lot of people that you're connecting to who seem to keep doing the same thing back and forth, and it seems like the first time somebody, you know, gives you mixed signals, you've already learned that lesson. So your reading's turning on me. It's like, yes, Libra, the person that you want in your life, or the person that you're talking to, is coming in. That's given. You've got maybe several people coming into your life this week. But the most important part I'm seeing in this relationship is that was your last year's wound. That was last year's chapter. And so you're still kind of dallying around with some of the same people that keep you in limbo and keep you guessing. But I am feeling one person particularly who feels pulled to your integrity. And you mirror back to them because you hold true to your values and your morals. You make this person see where they may not make the best decisions or say the best things. All right. Now, going back to the Lovers card, you have a choice this week. There could be a choice to let love back in, or use logic instead of what your heart desires, because lots of times your heart deceives you. Somebody may come back in this week and you may think it's love, but I'm just seeing discernment for you. What's the movement this week? I'm seeing communication. Somebody here trying to talk to you, connect with you. This is going to be a week where maybe somebody's being more open. It seems like you don't have to try too hard. It's coming together. But you're still getting a lack of decision from somebody. You're still getting inconsistency from somebody. That's what I got. You have Taurus energy, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and you had Cancer. Let's see Aries through Pisces. So if you have somebody from a past, let's see. Ooh. All right, Aries through Pisces. If you got a past person on your mind, let's see what they have to say. Aries, I've been here before with others. So it seems like Aries is seeing too many red flags and repeats in the relationship. And they've been hurt before, or they've just been down the road. And so maybe they are judging you harshly. And they just, not giving it an honest chance. Taurus, I am not over you. Gemini, you both share spiritual experiences, which is what brings you guys closer together. Maybe your 3D reality isn't meshing just yet, but spiritually, you guys share a moment or share something that is like no other. Cancer, I want you back. So Cancer could be creeping back around for you. Leo, they're hiding something important from you. So do a little research. That takes a personal reading, but they're hiding something important from you. Could be an addiction. Could be another relationship. Could be anything. So just do your homework. Virgo, refusing to let go is pointless. What is yours will return. So it looks like you are being asked to accept where things are at right now with a Virgo and let them go. Libra, your partner is different from your usual types. So Libra, your partner is different from your usual type. So you may be judging your Libra or this partner of yours based off of what somebody else may have done or what you're used to. Try to change the lens and see if you can see your person differently. Because they're not going to reply the same way that your last person did. So you're dealing with somebody completely unique. Scorpio, temptations are affecting your love life. Right? Not being able to control your desires, your will when you want things. It could even be addictions. It can be anything. But with a Scorpio, this is what's getting in the way, is not being able to control your vices. Sagittarius, I feel you. So Sagittarius still in your energy. Capricorn, they're a little too clingy for your taste. All right. So, and it could go either way, but that's what I'm getting. Aquarius, a reconciliation is on the horizon. And Pisces, you are always on my mind. All right. All right, I'm taking those ones out because I'm trying not to repeat. So, Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. Guys, today's workout was incredibly difficult, and my arms, I don't know how I'm still using them. All right, Scorpio. All right, who's coming towards you, Scorpio, this week? But also, I'll do Aries through Pisces. That'll be your past person if you have somebody on your mind. Scorpio, nobody coming. I'm the Hermit card. Scorpio spending some time figuring themselves out. Or somebody in your life, there's a Virgo, is trying to figure their shit out. And some people need to process by themselves before they know what they want. But it does look like somebody's ready for a completely new chapter. Like, I want something totally different from what I've experienced in the past. I'm ready to move forward. Major arcana here. So big turn in, something's movement. There's movement, something's turning. All right, so maybe things are quiet right now between you and somebody. I got the 7 of Swords for your person. All right, so maybe the timing is just off a little bit. And this is somebody here that is questioning everything. And maybe even questioning you. You know, if somebody has a lot of doubts or trust issues, it feels like the best thing to do is to withdraw. Maybe they don't know how to tell you what to say, how to tell you what they want to say. Sorry. Let's dive in before I go too far, because I know my Scorpio is gonna be like, "Wah!" All right. So what pulls them towards you? The 10 of Cups. But you're seeing them in the 7. You might not realize how much something is really bothering them. So they may be revealing very little to you. With the Hermit card and the 7 of Swords, it's intentional. I'm keeping a lot to myself. Maybe they don't want you to see that side of them, because what pulls them towards you is the 10 of Cups. You feel like home to this person. I love saying that. That can mean so many different things. It's like walking into the gym and seeing people that I don't talk to all the time, but in that place, when I see them, we've already established some sort of connection, and it feels like home. This is my place. These are my people. And you feel like they're people. And maybe you are very open-hearted, and you have a good family, good dynamics. You really, there's something about how loving and opened you are, that this person maybe, maybe this is new for them. What's their biggest block? And then let's look at you, the 6 of Pentacles. This person is used to being very independent by themselves. They've been taken for a ride, so they keep to themselves. They're not used to somebody giving them as much attention as you do. And Scorpios, like, when, I don't know, you guys, we can give more, I think, than a lot of signs. You find your Scorpio placements, but it's very intense. Sometimes when you want something, you're very intense and you just give the world. And somebody may not be able to express that. They're not used to it, or they just don't know that that's what it is. Because their biggest block is feeling supported. Their biggest block, not yours. They're used to handouts, or giving handouts, or giving and doing and working, but not getting anything in return. That is why you're dealing with somebody who's an old man hermit on the top of a mountain, who would rather withdraw from the world, because the world just takes from them. And yet you have some sort of bond with this person, but you're connecting to somebody who definitely is a distant type of person. It doesn't mean they're not wholehearted. It just means that, this is new for them. Let's see your energy. The 10 of Pentacles. Look at you coming out with the 10s. This tells me, Scorpio, that you know you know how to make it happen. You know what you want. You have high standards. You may have had a lot in your life. It looks like you, maybe even some of you, very supported, or you come from wealth, or, large family, or you just have different insights to what a relationship should look like. And maybe this person has never dealt with that before. So you are bringing some energy to this person that is hard for this person to comprehend right now. So I am seeing here that they're hard for you to read. You may see this person as your end-all be-all. They're not used to, and also I will say this too, your person might be selfish, but not because they're selfish, because life has made them selfish. You know, whereas they may at one point may have given so much to people, they may have given so much. They're not used to somebody like you who has a lot to give. And you may be, because on there, they may not trust it. They may be like, what the hell? You're giving me all this. What do I owe you? What do I owe you? Am I going to have to give you back? Am I going to have to pay you back? Right? So that's your person's immediate response to anybody giving them anything. What do you need from me? What do you want from me? What do I owe you? So I'm sending love to both of you here because, well, Scorpio, you're probably going to win because we do. I'm such an ass, right? No, but you have the 10s here for you. You have you know what life can give you. You've been through so much transformation that maybe somebody is just not used to you, but you are showing them. You're showing them a way of life, maybe possibilities. Maybe you are somebody that can support them and they're just not used to it. So what's the movement this week? I see the 8 of Pentacles. We are seeing improvement. So if you are connected to this person, there's a couple things I will say here. Well, what should you do first? Knight of Wands. Don't let it fuck with your day, all right? But the 8 of Pentacles tells me that this person is very committed to you, very loyal to you. So even if they are avoidant right now or they have pulled back their energy, all right, there's some work being done here on both of you. Maybe your job is not to cling so much and do more because you've been there, done it. Who knows what your wisdom is, right? Maybe your job is to let them do their thing. Let them go through their process. Meanwhile, the Knight of Wands is asking you to go do your own thing and have some fun, because this person here with the 10s showing up looks like they could be in your life for quite some time. So this story's not over. It sounds like it's just beginning. All right. Find joy in things that you like to do, because you're bringing somebody along for the ride, right? Or somebody's putting some work in the background. All right, that's the way that wanted to go. Let's do. So if you have a past person on your mind and that didn't resonate, let's look at the messages I get for the past person. Now we are in a retrograde, so this does mean that past person could show up, especially if you want them to. That's the key. If you want somebody to show up, oftentimes people's manifestation powers become super potent during a retrograde because we're all convinced that this is when it's going to happen. And it'll happen. Sometimes it happens without you even trying. But then if you focus too much and want it too much, that's when it just seems like life's always playing friggin' games. All right. Don't let somebody's aloofness steal your spark. Somebody does not want to see you happy with somebody else, okay? That's at the bottom here. They do not want to see you happy with another person. Aries, reminiscent about you. So you may hear from an Aries. Taurus, I pulled away because I'm overwhelmed with all the things going on in my life. That's the Hermit energy. Gemini, I find you incredibly attractive. There's no doubt that the chemistry is not there. Cancer, I do love you. Leo, outside opinions getting in the way. All right. Everybody's listening to other people. There's too many people dabbling in the relationship on both sides that keeps getting in the way of your happiness. It's like a 5 of Wands. Virgo, I don't know what comes next. So it feels unfinished. It feels weird. It might even be feeling weird that you're separated, but they haven't come to some conclusion that it's over. Libra, I wish you would come back. So you got a Libra here, maybe wanting you to take the first step back. But if you've already done that, don't fall for that. Scorpio, do I still have a chance? So another Scorpio wanting to give it another shot. Sagittarius, I can see myself with you in the future. Capricorn, I feel you. I'm in your energy. Aquarius, I can still see you standing there. So they haven't forgotten the last time they saw you. Pisces, they're a little too clingy for your taste. All right. So, or you're too clingy for their taste, one or the other. All right. I love you guys. Let me get out of this one. All right. Sagittarius. I don't know why it does that. I'm sorry. That's perfectly fine, the $9.99 and $4.99. I don't know why it does that. All right, so moving on to my Sages. Am I calling you out? I'm not, that's not my intention. I don't know where the readings they're going today. But hopefully I'm calling you out in a good way. All right, Sag, let's take a look at who might be coming towards you this week. You know, and of course, it's possible somebody's distancing themselves from you. And if that's the case, I will say that, but I'll tell you why. But they're still showing up in your reading, in your energy. And if you have a past person on your mind that you haven't spoke to, or it's complex, I'll do Aries through Pisces for that. 6 of Pentacles. Good energy so far. Looks like somebody putting in effort, wanting to renegotiate this week, maybe renegotiating. So it does feel like it could be somebody that's already around you, somebody that you work with, somebody that you're friends with, somebody that you care about. And they care about you. It's mutual in that aspect. Got a lot of respect for you. So it's not about that. It's not a complete diss or anything like that, if there's anything going on. Your person, Knight of Pentacles, they're just a slow roller, slow mover. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, very earthy energy. And Sag, you do not like, I think it should be against fire to date earth. Even though fire and earth can do very well together. But maybe Sag, out of all of them. Leo, I can see with the earth, you know. Aries, but Sagittarius, you want to skip through the ingredients. You just want the meal. You don't even want it made. You'll eat it raw. You know, you don't want to wait. You got to have fun, and it's got to be exciting. And even if you know, this person, I don't know, if this person could be starting off slow and turn into the most exciting person in the world. But if this is your person and they are pretty much every day is the same thing, what are you doing today? Same thing, you know? I'm here. Why do we got to talk all day long? I'm still here at work, and I'm still, doing my dishes. And, you're just dealing with somebody who is not that exciting. They just like to work, but for them, it's exciting. But they might not be spontaneous enough for you, and they may be very cautious. And maybe you got more earth in your chart, so some of you might like this. It's a slow but steady energy. What pulls them towards you? And I see the Fool card. That very thing I was just saying is what pulls them towards you. Is you're so carefree. You just kind of are very bold and will just go into the unknown. You don't care. But that also, this is somebody that might think that sometimes you act foolish. You're too quick. You're too spontaneous. And sometimes reckless. And you just have somebody who's very particular. Your person is very particular, and you don't care about being meticulous. I mean, in your own ways. I'm looking at generalizations of signs. All right, you're not just your sun sign. But this is what draws them to you, is the Fool. But they're also, so what this tells me is your person's very cautious about you, because once you get bored, what's going to happen? Once this person commits, they stay. You might be very good for this person. Get them out of their routine, get them to move, get them to do things differently. But at the same time, you might make this person very nervous. You're too adventurous. And somebody can keep up with you during the honeymoon period, but that shit's going to wear off quickly. What's their biggest block? The Nine of Swords. They don't want to make a decision they regret. And so that's why they're going slow. I don't want to give up on, I don't want to lose this opportunity. The same thing that draws me to you is the same thing that pushes me away from you. This person loses sleep over this, very overwhelmed. But if you keep poking up and being in there, but their biggest thing is you abandon it, or you getting bored of them. Let's see your energy. The Seven of Swords. I don't know. Okay. What are you doing? You're the Seven of Swords. Either you have trust issues yourself and you're playing the same game, not being all transparent. This could be why they're very cautious of you. They don't know if you're being honest with them. They don't know if you really want them the way you say you do. I just get that they don't know if they can really trust you. And not you as a person, but you sticking around once you get what you want. And they are observing you. So they might even be thinking, I don't know if you've lied to this person before. Maybe that's a case for some of you. Or you just don't tell them everything. And you can't lie to a Knight of Pentacles. I'm telling you right now, they will figure, they're like a detective too. They will figure you out. So I just want you to know that. I know you might not give a shit and you're very honest most of the time, one of the most honest signs. But if you are trying to be, not so readable with this person, you've got somebody that will figure out what you're saying. So what's their movement this week? I see the Four of Pentacles, sludgy. All right, so this person is still showing up in your energy. You guys are building a foundation together. So it feels like you have something moving, but it's just moving slow. The way you are is what draws them to you, but it's also what makes them very cautious, and that's your reading. All right, they're not letting go of this. You've got their heart, but they're just very, very closed. They may pull back a little bit, but you got this person's attention. I just feel like there's a huge trust issue here with you. What should you do? Knight of Swords. Figure out what you really want and be intentional about communication this week. Are you being 100% honest with yourself? Because do you really want this person? Do you really want to connect with this person? Or is this just a placeholder? Because they're reading it maybe as that. They might be thinking that if you had them, you wouldn't want them. So let's look at Aries through Pisces. If you have somebody in your path, I do see Aries showing up for you. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is very strong for you. You also have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Look, I love you. Whoever needs to hear it, I love you. Aries, there's so much I want to tell you. All right, so if you've been not in much communication with an Aries, there's been a lot going on, and maybe they finally feel like they can break the ice and tell you everything that was going on. Taurus, there's intense chemistry between the two of you. All right, and you both feel it. Gemini, if they wanted to be with you, it would be so. That's a very harsh card, so please have a lot of grace and compassion with yourself. I mean, that is one of the biggest things. If they're, you know, people comment all the time. I try to read between the lines and see other things, but that one can be a harsh truth. Cancer, I need to focus on my healing. Leo, they love swooning over your photos. They love missing you. They love the way you look, but they're keeping their distance. Virgo, you are always on my mind. Libra, destiny has taken us down different paths. Scorpio, I don't know how to let you go. Sagittarius, I see jealous and possessive. So one of you or both of you are very jealous and possessive, and that could be what's getting in the way, or somebody else that they're dealing with is very jealous and possessive. Capricorn, I'm planning on reaching out to you. Aquarius, I pretend that you don't mean that much, but you know it's bullshit. Pisces, one-sided relationship with you and Pisces. You're not getting what you need from that. All right, let's get Capricorn. I've got a pimple on my temple, on my forehead, where my glasses are, and on my chin. I'm saying that because they're talking about it in the chat room. I'll stop getting pimples when I'm about to die. Let me see. Let me take these out. All right. Capricorn. All right. It probably won't be. I have a feeling I'll be here for quite some time, bitching and moaning all the way to the end. Mental health issues, everything else, perfect health, but mental health issues. I'll be going insane. I'll be a true oracle. All right, Capricorn. Who's coming toward you this week? Or potentially, we'll see if there's any movement. And if you have some past person on your mind, and it's difficult. I will pull an Aries through Pisces card for you to see what's going on, what they have to say. All right, you have a King of Wands showing up. All right, so Aries, Leo, Sag. All right. Somebody feels like you're super sensitive. They may have said something prideful and didn't realize, or that they don't realize how sensitive you are, or they just feel like you're very sensitive. And you know, let's see what's going on. Ace of Wands, your person can't stop thinking about you. You got fire energy, a lot of fire here. And the fire's still burning for you, or the fire is burning for you. This could definitely be a new person trying to enter your life. Are some of you healing from a separation or loss of something big in your life right now? Looks like this person could be waiting for the right moment to spark up communication with you. But they're feeling very drawn to you right now. So what is pulling them towards you? The Ten of Pentacles. I don't know if something is going on around your home, family dynamics, stability. It looks like somebody really wants to care for you. Somebody does want to give it all to you. That's why they're feeling pulled towards you. What's the biggest block? Five of Pentacles. Can I give you what you need? You deserve the best. Are you pushing somebody away? Are you going through some difficult time and not realizing that you might be trying to push somebody away that's trying to come into your life? Somebody may feel like, I understand you're going through something difficult. I really want to help. But every time I try to, you maybe are overly sensitive or you're hurting. And I just feel like you keep me at a distance, or you're expecting me. You're always expecting things to turn out. Every time this person pulls away or is away, you think immediately that they're rejecting you. Somebody feels like you take things really personal. They consider you a part of their family or their future. They want to see you as a part of their future. But you may be seeing them as keeping you at a distance because they're dealing with work, family, career, dynamics. Let's see your energy. Four of Cups. Capricorn, you're showing up because you have feelings for this person. And you're very protective of your heart, but you're assuming that this person doesn't have feelings for you. Now, you may be fine on the outside. Capricorns are good for being stoic. You may be fine on the outside. But this could be what's going on. You're protecting yourself because deep inside you don't want to be rejected. You're getting tired of being rejected. That energy could be pushing somebody away. You'd rather push somebody away first than get rejected. And anytime somebody, does pull away, because the block could be a financial issue, could be a health issue, could be somebody else, they're supporting somebody else and they can't give you all the support that they want to give you just yet, but they see you as long-term potential. The fire's still lit here. The story hasn't even begun yet. What's the movement this week? Queen of Pentacles. Let's see you. What should you do? Four of Wands. Looks like you could be celebrating getting close with this person this week. They may express to you their desire to build something with you. They may come over. They may want to get together. This person may declare that they really care about you and are happy when you guys are together. But you're also being shown here to focus on happiness in your foundation again, because it looks like you're not happy. You're not feeling protected. You're not feeling safe. You're not feeling wanted in a connection where somebody really wants to be close to you. Now, if you're dealing with somebody who is rejecting you constantly, somebody's trying to knock at your door. Open your door, let them in. Because it does look like you have an opportunity around you. Somebody who wants to spark up a conversation with you. Somebody who's drawn to you because you share the same goals. You both feel comfortable with each other. You both want to build something together. But there is the block is the Five of Pentacles, which is telling me you could be dealing with kind of some challenges right now, but nothing you guys can't get through. So let's take a look. I mean, and you guys both may have differences of opinions, but I am getting here that you may be really emotional over this, and your person here cares and is interested, but also a King of Wands can be somebody that can definitely let pride get in the way, you know, not want you to know exactly everything that they're thinking or feeling. All right, let's look at Aries through Pisces. You have a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn really showing up in an Aries, Leo, Sag. Somebody coming home. All right, so somebody could be coming home. All right. Somebody sees you as the Queen of Pentacles. They don't want to see you as the Four of Cups. You know, you just might be overly protective of yourself right now. All right, you broke my heart. All right, so we are looking at a past person now too. Now this could be, I did chuckle. That was funny. Somebody's heart is definitely broken when it comes to your past person, whether it's you, them, both of you. Maybe somebody wants to at least make amends. It doesn't mean you have to get back together, but we are looking at past right now. Aries. So your intuition saw the red flags, and it looks like an Aries could be trying to pop into your life. And if you're seeing the red flags, don't ignore them again. It doesn't look like anything's changed with an Aries. Taurus, I am recovering still. They could be recovering from an addiction, a breakup, heartbreak, you know, whatever it is. Gemini, leaving you hurt me too. So they're still healing over the separation. Cancer, your relationship is divinely guided, so you'll cross paths again. Leo, I am sorry. You may get an apology from a Leo this week. Virgo, I miss you. So that can be 50-50. Either they're going to tell you they miss you, or they just want you to know energetically they miss you. Libra, I miss seeing you. You could make plans to see each other. Scorpio, I find you so attractive. So there's chemistry there between you and Scorpio. There's no doubt about that. But Sagittarius, I hide my feelings. Who knows why? Go back to Sag's reading. Capricorn, I'm not ready. Capricorn, I'm not ready. So some of you, and I've been here, are like, I'm ready, you know, but this one kind of goes a little bit deeper. Like, are you really ready? Are you really letting the love in that you really want? Or are you protecting yourself? So you settle in with somebody that can almost be a sure thing. And then it only hurts you if that doesn't work out, because if they reject you, then you think, you know, now what? But then that person might be rejecting you because they feel on a deeper level that you're really not into them. You're not ready. This isn't what you want. Aquarius, we are more alike than I want to admit. You both kind of mirroring each other. Pisces, our story isn't over yet. All right. Aquarius. All right, two. All right, Aquarius. Who's coming towards you? Any movement this week? And then if you have a past person on your mind, the Aries through Pisces portion, I'm getting a quick message from your person. Don't forget, I'm doing super chats after this, and I'm going to close it right after Pisces. All right, Aquarius. Two of Cups. Who else got this? Somebody else got the same position. Was it Taurus? All right, so this week is opening up. Somebody's still wanting to talk to you. Somebody is, you know, feeling some vibe still, or starting between the two of you. And so, and your power, your influence you have over somebody is just liking what they see, trying to figure you out. So you could have a weird encounter, a weird emotional conversation this week. I don't know why I wanted to come out like that. Maybe because Aquarius is like the word weird. But it's like, where did that come from? Or you're noticing somebody's wanting to talk to you a little bit more this week. Look at the moon card for your person. You got Pisces energy. Somebody all in their feelings. But this can be hard for you because they got the moon energy, which means that there's always something shifting. They're always doubting something, or, you know, you feel it. And then one minute there's uncertainty. And your person has emotions that they just don't know what to do with right now. Maybe I wasn't ready for you. Maybe I wasn't ready for this. Maybe I'm not ready to have this conversation. It feels like somebody still keeps testing the water with you, or keeps wanting to talk, but may act attached at times just because they don't want you to see how really intense they are about you, or how intense they are as a person, or how anxious they are as a person. But right now, there's just so much going on with your person that it's hard to tell how they're really feeling. So you don't want to you don't want to judge this energy. You want to weigh it out and let somebody kind of go through their little period of cycles here and figure out their feelings, because it's you trigger them. What pulls them towards you? Look at the High Priestess. They can't figure you out. You're different. So this could be that you're not their normal type. You've gone quiet. You have something, there's a spiritual connection, an emotional connection that they can't explain that they are feeling with you. But that doesn't, those kind of relationships have to grow on their own. You can't force those kind of relationships. There's just people, you catch a glimpse at somebody and you know if life was different, you'd be together. It's those kind of energies. Very intuitive, very emotional, very much you don't get what you see, it's what you feel. And you both get it and you recognize each other. So this is one of those, people get addicted to this kind of relationship, but you can't force the 3D reality. You have to let the relationship grow itself. Your person feels you, feels the connection. But the thought of having to know where it's going is stressing them out. They don't know. So what's the biggest block? The 10 of Cups. Maybe this person is in a relationship, or they're afraid of relationship right now. They weren't ready for a relationship right now. They weren't prepared. You got the 2 of Cups. They could be still dealing with family problems. It could just be family dynamics and problems. But it does feel like the 2 of you have a telepathic or very close emotional bond that you're developing or have developed, whatever's going on. Now you are just somebody that intrigues this person, and the block right now is whether or not this person sees this as going somewhere. Let's see you, the 9 of Wands. So it looks like you've been trying to make this happen, force this to happen, or you've been banging your head against the wall trying to figure out how to make it happen. You can't. You just got to show up. You got to do what you're doing when you're not trying, when you're not doing anything. This person is, that's when they are around you the most. When you're quiet, that's when they think about you. When you don't say anything, that's when they're curious about you. The quieter you are, the more you listen, the more silent you are, rather than, this can be physical, like you're physically always trying to make something happen, putting a lot of work into this, and it's not getting you anywhere. But yet it's still there. So you may have done all this work to get to the same place that you would have gotten to even if you didn't, and it's still growing. So that might be your lesson. You don't have to force this to happen. What's the movement this week? I see the Queen of Pentacles keeps showing up. So this tells me somebody being very thoughtful or trying to ground in on something very practical. Or maybe I'll do something for you. Maybe just a real talk. Somebody cares about you, maybe letting you know how much they care about you. What should you do? I see the 9 of Cups. Attitude of gratitude, feeling happy and fulfilled. You don't need to do this 9 of Wands. If you're tired or stressed out or burnt out, that's too much. This is saying you got to go take care of yourself and have some fun. All right, you may get the wish you're looking for this week. It looks like that full moon could be bringing somebody who's lurking around you. It could be bringing you guys closer. You may have a real down-to-earth talk this week. And we're seeing the 2 of Cups. So let's really, and you'll feel it real. You don't have to. This might just come with wisdom, with age. I'm a sage now. I'm not a crone yet, but I'm a sage. Women, we want to talk about everything, but we don't want really answers. We just like to talk about things. We need to talk. But in relationships, we want to talk with the guys, and they don't want to talk about shit. They will show you. They will be there. They will feel you. They will be there. And so even at this age now, when I feel like I want to talk about my feelings, like I check myself. I'm like, nobody gives a shit. I'm like, pay attention to what's really happening with you and your person. They can tell you all day long that they'll tell you what you want to hear. Guys will tell you what you want to hear. Guys are smart. A lady at the hairdresser a few months back said, guys are stupid. I said, no, they're not. I go, they're super smart. They know what to say to us. They know how to avoid an argument, how to make you feel. They tell you what you want to hear. But that's why you're not going to get what you really want, because you're focused more on what you're hearing, and you're not seeing what they're actually doing or how they're showing up. Words don't matter. Actions. This week, maybe you'll get some actions, some stable, grounded actions. Aries through Pisces. So if you have somebody from your past, let's see any messages towards you. Guys care about your feelings when they're trying to get with you. I'm playing. There's part truth to that. All right. So we're looking at your past person. All right. We do fall for crap. We fall for crap. But, I gave into temptation. So maybe for some of you, the past person that's on your mind, maybe they're feeling a little guilty. And let's see how it plays out. So think about the person that's on your mind that's from your past, because we're in a retrograde, they may come back around. So an Aries has been struggling with what's gone down between the two of you. You may hear from them eventually if they don't crack. Taurus, I feel so drawn to you. So feeling a strong pull back towards your way. Gemini, lies lead you nowhere. Seek or speak the truth. It seems like you guys could have played a lot of games or lied to each other, both of you, or you keep doing it or they keep doing it. But it seems like if they are coming back around, the only way to deal with it is to speak the honest truth or be truthful with each other. If they're not being truthful, they're still showing up the same way. That's all I got for that. Cancer, your partner is different from your usual types, right? So it does feel like you and a Cancer, you guys are going to have to figure each other out. You guys are totally different. Your personality traits, everything is totally different. And Aquarius and Cancer, I know a couple, and it took a long time for them to kind of vibe it out. You can make it work, but Aquarius to me likes to have a lot of friends, and they do, platonic friends. And Cancers do too. That's one thing you guys have in common. But I think Cancers get jealous quicker and can't handle it if you do. I may be wrong. It's just my experience. Leo, I compare others to you. So you're the best thing that's ever happened to a Leo still. Virgo, I don't know what to say to you. That's why I'm quiet. Libra, I never used to look at you in that way, and now I'm starting to see you different. So sometimes space does the heart good. Libra. Scorpio, friends or family disapprove of this connection, so you have interference. Sagittarius, children are a major concern in your love life, so that's a big problem. Capricorn, I am intimidated by you. Aquarius, you are the person of my dreams. And Pisces, you broke my heart. All right. Moving on to the last Pisces. All right, good timing today. I thought I was going to be on forever. Mondays sometimes go longer, but I'm on a Tuesday, so maybe, I don't know, maybe Tuesday's energy was Mars ruled today. All right, Pisces, who's coming towards you this week? If there's any movement, there could be somebody in your energy. I'll check for movement. If you have a past person on your mind, I will do Aries through Pisces for your past person and get a message. All right. King of Wands showing up for my Pisces. Leo energy. Temperance card. Somebody kind of playing it cool around you, but don't let that fool you. There's a restless mind behind. Somebody's got a restless mind. And it's got good thoughts about you too. Positive. Trying to stay positive. So it's like you have somebody who's trying to play cool, who just wants things to kind of happen naturally. You know, I'm not going to rush into things, but you got a fire sign here. So, you know, it may seem like it's moving slow at first, but this one here, if they want this, that fire is going to get lit up. They could be falling in love with you, and they're tossing and turning about that. So if they pull away a little bit in this scenario right here, if they kind of shut down a little bit, it's not because they don't want you. It's because they can't stop thinking about you. And you're probably taking control of their life too much, their mind. So this person's all over the place. And at this moment too, they could be very defensive about certain things, you know, or you call them out. You might think it's cute, but they might not think it's cute. Your person, a 10 of Pentacles, a very busy person. They could be down on their luck right now. They have to take care of a lot of things. Maybe they got in over their head. Maybe they have a business. You know, maybe they spend too much. They overspend. Financials, family stuff. I mean, but you also have somebody here who cares about family and who wants a big life. You have somebody that really, but they don't look happy. So they may be working and trying to make it, but your person is not feeling satisfied by material needs. They need more loving. They need more Pisces loving. They need more spirituality in their life. They think they're going to find their happiness with working and spending and building, and they get validated by everything that they own, but it's not bringing them happiness. You could be the magic piece in their life that's bringing them, you know, and if it's a King of Wands, they've lost their soul, because the King of Wands has a big heart, very generous. But if they got into this energy, it could be that they have been taken over by the promise of the world to make them happy. Money can make you happy, but it doesn't bring everything. What draws them towards you? Oh, they're worn out. They're burnt out. Now they want to come back home. Maybe you're the one that sticks by them no matter what. Your person looks like they're, okay, they may have a lot going on. They may be busting their ass. It doesn't mean they're down on their luck, but they could be feeling like giving it all up. They just want to give it all up. It's too much to maintain. You know, this sounds like a lesson for your person. They want it all, but at what cost? And then, you know, it's like pride, ego, and then love. What draws them to you? The Empress card. Your warm, loving, nurturing energy. Maybe some of you are a parent and you just have a natural instinct to care for others. But it also looks like somebody is trying to impress you. Let's see your energy. The Eight of Wands. So you're feeling anxious about this too. What's their biggest block? Because I think I called out their block. The Wheel of Fortune. I think I think things didn't turn the way they wanted them to. Your person, their luck, their life didn't turn the way they wanted it to. And now that they're out of luck, it looks like, who loves them unconditionally? My Pisces. Maybe somebody did need to rise and fall in order to see the love. Maybe you were pushing at it the wrong time. Let this person go through their process. It looks like they're coming back around for a do-over, a second chance here, because you have true unconditional love for this person that they may have never felt before. But they put money, luck, status, they put everything else in front, and now they are realizing that it wasn't worth all of it, and maybe not even worth, you know, what they had with you, if that's the case, or what they could have with you. So yours is kind of turning into a very karmic, very sad kind of energy. Like your person, very hardworking. And let's send love to them, because it does look like they were trying. But it's one of these people who thought they were going to reach some sort of point and it was going to stay. But the wheel turns all the time. And who doesn't change is love. What doesn't change is true unconditional love. You're not asking for this person to have it all. You're just wanting love from this person. But you could have, with you being the Eight of Wands, you may have said something that really hit them and pushed them. And it could have been, you know, you could have got frustrated with this person or get frustrated with this person. And getting frustrated with this person might be, I'm saying this, I just got the chills. Whatever you did, Pisces, even if you pushed too far, it wasn't the wrong thing to do in this scenario. It feels like maybe this needed to happen because somebody does need to be pushed to the edge. What they're going after, or what's happening here, it's what's going to fulfill the two of you is true love, unconditional love, not the status. All right. So any movement this week? I see the King of Pentacles. Look at this, guys. I see the King of Pentacles and the Empress. And I've always said this. I feel like these two belong as a couple more than the Emperor. Because these two love their garden. They can eat good food and wine, relish. And it looks like this person this week may start to come down to earth a little bit. And you guys are still building something real. Your person's, there may have been an ego blow up or something that happened that somebody needed to have some sense knocked into them, right? But we are seeing that you guys are still building something stable together. This energy draws together. These two belong together to me anyways. What should you do? The Seven of Cups. Don't stop dreaming. Don't stop. Just don't get lost in fantasy. Don't get lost in fantasy. You know, that's the thing. These kind of readings I do can get you really lost in fantasy. If this is your reading, you know it at your core. Because this can be, you know, idealized and putting somebody on a pedestal. But what I'm seeing here is, you know, this is a dream that can come true. This is a relationship that could build even further. There's so many possibilities. for this relationship. I just think somebody, whether it's you or your person, because this can be a reflection, had to learn a hard lesson. Let's see Aries through Pisces. All right, so if you are dealing, I have Earth and Fire showing up for you. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Aries, Leo, Sag. But let's look at your past person, and I will pull a message for you. I didn't see what was said. I can't scroll up just yet. All right, let's see. Aries through Pisces. This is for your past person. They could come around. It is a retrograde. They always kind of lurk back around, but only if you want them. If you don't want a past person, don't listen to me at this point. All right. I feel so happy when I'm with you. All right. I know we have a soul connection, you and an Aries. So there's unfinished business there. There's something that may draw you guys back together. Taurus, you inspire me to grow. Gemini, I understand you better now. Maybe I was freaked out in the beginning, or I didn't in the beginning. Cancer, I don't know what to say to you yet. Leo, a reconciliation is on the horizon. Leo is very strong in your reading. All right. All right, got you. Virgo, I am in a committed relationship right now. Libra, I can't reach out right now. Scorpio, I feel so drawn to you. Sagittarius, you are the person of my dreams. Capricorn, I compare others to you. You're their top notch. Aquarius, they feel like they're out of your league. And Pisces, will you ever make things right? All right. All right, Pisces. All right, I got you. So I'm doing questions now, but I am going to put the questions closed up so I can, I don't want to be on for 4 hours. So let's see. All right. So I have Randy, Teetmouse, Rebecca, Abigail, Tiabia, Makisha, Dedicated, and let's see if anybody came behind the scenes, and if not, that's what I got. A couple. I have Carissa. Yeah, I didn't want to do both. I'm sorry, guys. Something big happened. I posted yesterday. I saw Mitzi, and I have Carissa, and I didn't want to rush membership. Membership is sometimes 2 to 3 hours, so I'll do it tomorrow. Membership, and I see Mitzi, Amanda. All right. All right, so let's go. Randy, I had to take a picture of yours because it was on the other one. All right, Randy. Let me take these cards down. Let me put the timestamps up real quick. The timestamps will be in the description box right now. Come on with this computer. All right, timestamps are in the description box, guys. All right, and all right, thank you guys. All right, has my ex Aries tried to actively chip away pride for any healing and recognizing her thoughts about relationships? Needs some changes, how she views them for the better. All right, let's just take a look at her and see what she's going through, what process. All right. Is she actively trying to heal? So let's see her energy. Is she on a path? Is she trying to heal? Or is, you know, like, is she content? All right. Well, I see the Lover's card. I see the Fool card. And I see the Eight of Cups. So she definitely is, you know, doing some soul searching. All right. The Eight of Cups is needing to walk away, knowing she needs to walk away, even though she still has love. She still has feelings for you. You know, but she has something internal that is telling her to move on, go somewhere, new experiences. It's like she wants to find new experiences and she's following her heart. But she also could be following this desire to, this thing that everybody's doing. There's got to be something more out there. You know, this lover's dream of a soulmate everybody has. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people that find themselves here. And so she may be doing some actively doing healing for relationships. I never get the feeling from her that she doesn't realize that she could be a problem herself in relationships. But that could be also why she's walking away, because the part is too is she may want to be in a relationship, but she may want her freedom, because this is freedom. And that part of her personality gets in the middle of relationships. And so she's choosing to be alone right now, go her own way, do her own thing. And it's not as easy for her as you think, because she puts her heart into things. And she doesn't know what she wants or what's out there. So she's kind of being bold and being adventurous and just wanting to follow her heart. And like, I want to be able to explain this in the right way, because it feels like something I can. It's like when I'm single and I'm on my own, I have so many different experiences than I do when I'm in a relationship. It's just, I change. People change in relationships, not automatically, not because they're intentionally. We just meld and we turn in, and some of us have hats we wear that we put on whenever we're in a relationship. And some people lose themselves in relationships and don't realize it until over time. And then when a person leaves their presence, then you realize, oh shit, I've accommodated my whole life around this person. Now they're not here. And what do I do? You forget who you are. And an Aries is very independent. They're built to be able to bounce back quickly. But when some people might even say, some people say, oh, well, I'm in a relationship. I don't hold anybody back. You don't hold people back. But a relationship itself says, why can't I go with you? You know, it just doesn't feel right or seem right to have all kinds of freedom and go do. Some people naturally cannot have both. They can't be in a relationship and still be able to just go on their own. And when I'm by myself, I will find myself, I'll figure out new things to do without that I wouldn't do in a relationship. So this is where I feel like your person's at. She may acknowledge her part in relationships, but she also may be discovering herself a lot more right now, being on her own, going out there and doing stuff. And yes, so she could be still seeking for that real passionate love, but we all get on that little train and realize that we put people on pedestals and that never comes. So she's right where she needs to be right now. And trying to answer your question the best I can, it's yes, she is on a healing path. She is trying to heal herself in relationships, but not for anybody but herself. You know, it's not like she's saying, I'm a bad person, I need to fix myself or change so I can be, you know, because I hurt somebody else. It's more because she really wants to have a deep love. You know, she's going through some major transformation, the Death card. She's not going to be recognizable by the time you see her next. Will you guys cross paths? Will she be back around? And I see 7 of Wands. And I see the Page of Cups. So yes, I am seeing that she'll be back around. It may be some time. There may be some challenges. But right now, she's got a block up. She kind of pushes you away right now. She needs to. Let's see your energy with her, the Hierophant. You're very convicted in your beliefs. You are very traditional, and you are somebody that is very stubborn. And you will stay and you will wait and you'll stay true to this because you have a very strong compass that says, I really love this person. I really want to be with this person. You're very connected. And very committed to this, that there is a strong chance that, you know, the spiritual connection between the two of you, that you may cross paths again. Right? So right now I do see the block in the road. And I'm seeing, give it time. There is some sort of faded, you guys keep coming back around for a reason, and she'll be back around. There's another reason. Whether or not it turns into a commitment, that whenever I say that, that does not mean that. But there is destined energy between the two of you. There's a lesson going on between the two of you, which means that she may be back around. There could be a completion of this cycle, an understanding, a different understanding, being able to move forward, and maybe even being able to move forward with each other. Only time can tell. All right. Thank you for checking. I was just gonna ask because nobody said anything about the internet. It was raining, but nobody had said that it was. All right, so yours came in yesterday. Let's see. What's coming in love, or who? Will I get my home renovated by the end of the year? Let's see. Let's see who is coming or what's coming towards you in love. All right, the first card will show me if who's coming towards you. You know, we're looking at in the next coming month or so. All right, Miss Serrano. All right, we got 4 Pentacles. We got the Queen of Wands. And we got the Nine of Swords. You're really stressing over this too here. And I got the Queen of Wands. Trying to keep it together. But you got a close grip on something. Holding tightly. Trying to manage a situation. Trying to manage yourself. Trying to keep it together. And you know, this is one of these energies where you got to let something breathe a little bit. A lot of worry. And it even could be around finances. It doesn't, you know, or just your foundation. What's coming in? I see the Ten of Swords. Have you gone through a breakup or a divorce? Because if not, it looks like you've embraced change that's coming in, because you've just gone through. All right. So I'm getting the Ten of Swords here for the first cards. Somebody either just trying to hold it together outwardly because they're losing a lot in their life. All right. So and I have the Two of Swords. You got an air energy, and somebody needing to make it. You may be dealing with somebody who's divided right now, whether they want to end a relationship or whether they're ready to get into a relationship. Are you ready for a relationship? Or have you been out of a relationship for a while? Because those are some, tough cards to get in the love department. It's like you dealt with a lot of loss and, you're trying to recover from it. And I have the Devil card. The block. You have a lot of fears around starting a new relationship. Almost obsession. Yeah. It's been a year and 6 months. You're worrying about it, I think, more than necessary. But right now, I mean, you're afraid to open up. You might think you are. You might think you're in a good place. But the cards I'm pulling up look more like a reflection of you. Because I don't think somebody new would be coming in with all this energy. I feel like you're terrified. That on the outside, you're the Queen of Wands. All right. So this isn't like you're walking around like a little victim. You know what I mean? Like, tattered clothes on and, beat up and worn down and crying. You're showing up confident. You're showing up, but very protective of your heart. So you can give off a very rough edge at times, or unapproachable. There's more of a word. And this shows me that maybe you are dealing within like very intense energy that you're dealing within, about you just recovering from something in the past. And you just don't know which way to go. You don't even know what you want. You're being covered in worry and fear. I know that's not what you're asking, but I'm definitely not going to say this is somebody coming towards you. Is there any potential of new love here in your future? I got the Five of Cups. Five of Wands. And I have the Ten of Cups. You're talking about renovations of the house. I feel like that needs to happen first. It looks like you're focused, is taking action on your home and family. Okay. Yes, dedicated. That's fine. All right. So look, this is why I don't go too far out there in the future. All right. I'm not going so far out there. But I do feel like what the cards are saying today is your focus is on your home right now. That's where you need to focus your home. Your home is where the heart is. And I'm feeling like as you're putting your family back together, your life together, your home renovations, it feels like this energy itself could be where you become more stabilized, and maybe you'll by then be ready to open up for love to come in. Right now, you may be not making the best choices when it comes to the people that you're connecting to. That could be why you might have people coming into your life, but the devil and the Two of Swords, you're always feeling torn or deceived. And there's trust issues, afraid to be betrayed again. So you might just not be ready. When you're ready for a relationship, I don't think you're going to have a problem. I just think right now you're fighting it too much. You've got grief. You've got inner turmoil. You want something, but you don't want something. And to me, it looks like your home needs to be the forefront right now, at least in today's reading. Will I get my home renovated by the end of the year? So that's coming through in your reading. So let's answer it. All right. You may need to find some way to cover for finances. You might have to go in a new direction or a different direction, but it does look possible that you will be renovating your house. There may be some challenges with it at first, but things will turn around. And I see the Two of Pentacles. So it looks like you may have to make some adjustments, but you will get your home, or you'll at least begin it. So the stability thing, all right. Yeah, it's because I'm not comfortable with my kids and myself. Okay. So the answer is yes for the renovations. It looks like it'll begin, or you'll be making adjustments. Money could be an issue, but you can work around that. You'll find another way around it. But if anything, it looks like you're getting your foundation figured out. And you're getting the project started. It may move into the following year. But it does look like the plan's going to get started. You may just have to be a little bit, you might have to weigh things out a little bit of where you're going to and what you're going to do. But what I'm seeing in your reading today is that your home and your family is the most important thing right now. Inviting somebody into your life right now is too soon, I think. It's not my place to judge. It's the reading I'm getting. So maybe something's just not in place just yet. It does take time when you first live alone. What Angel's saying right there, it does take time. You don't want to let the wrong person in. I was fortunate. I'm sending you love. I hope that helped. I wish I could have gave you a real beautiful fantasy like here comes six kings. But remember, it's really technically only the now energy. Don't look at it as a future reading. Look at it as the now energy, what's going on now. Making plans for that. All right. Yeah. That was one of the biggest things that was even hard with me too. I was with somebody for so long. When you're with somebody for so long and you're in long-term relationships, you don't know really how to build by yourself. But once you build by yourself, there is such an empowerment. Like, I changed so much during that period of my life when I had to rely on myself. And then you attract in different kind of people, you know? Yeah, you were young. You got to give yourself a little bit more. My 22 was 16, all right? So just because I was 22 when I had my first son, it was still like I was 15, 16. I was so immature. So, 16 years you were married. Yeah, that's a long time. That is a very long time. You're used to having a partner there. And I've said this before, even though I'm very grateful for the relationships I did have, very grateful for them, I still wish I had waited. I wish I had waited. I do. I wish I had given myself a little bit more time. I was terrified, I think, to be alone too. All right. Rebecca, I just had final round interviews for the job I want. Will I get an offer? Let's see. Everybody cross your fingers. Everybody send some love. All right. Let's go. 3 of Cups. Looks like a celebration, a win. You may get some good news. And I have the 9 of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. So it is looking like you could get this position. So I am sending so much love because both these cards indicate a job and a pay. You know, getting a pay, foundation, starting point. The Empress. Things finally moving and grooving, growing. So let us know, will there be any challenges or anything? And 5 of Swords, maybe you won't hear from them right away and it could cause a lot of stress. We are in Mercury retrograde, so if there's any kind of miscommunication or anything like that. But I have the Queen of Wands, a woman, and a Page of Swords. A woman calling you or reaching out with some good news. And I got the Lovers card. So if I keep pulling cards, it's that one that you were talking about. So there's a director role. There's the Queen of Wands. And you're getting the Page of Swords, which can be delayed. So again, the 5 of Swords is the only challenge where you may stress a little bit about it because it could be delayed, but the Lovers card is showing you got this. Do you have another question? Because you did pay for 2. So I don't want to jinx it. This looks like I'm just sending so much love to this, and I hope this position that they reach out right away and make that offer that you're looking for. It's already yours. You're welcome. Is that all you want to know? Any news with your Gemini this week? I've got the World card. And I got the King of Swords. So I am seeing your Gemini. But I do see some silence from him because that's the challenge. And I see the 5 of Cups. So the good news is things are still there. He's still orbiting your energy. He's still circulating around your energy. The challenge is not speaking and being withdrawn and detached. So you may not hear from them. I'm seeing the 5 of Cups, but we got the big win for the job. Gemini, if you do hear from them, it may not be, you know, what you want to hear. It may not satisfy you. You may still feel kind of upset about them, or they're just not showing up. They're being kind of cold. You know, don't let them ruin your day. I have the devil and the 3 of swords here too. So for the energy around Gemini this week, I'm seeing focus on your achievements because they're just gonna try and bring you down. Don't let them bring you down. They could be more distant. It doesn't mean they're not going to talk to you. It just means that they might be a little bit more distant. All right, sending you love. All right. So, you're welcome, Rebecca. Thank you. All right. Any advice, actions, steps I should take for this full moon? Did you feel something yesterday or Sunday? Sunday, it started creeping, and then... But for me, I don't know. I just felt very solemn. I had a reason. But even if I didn't have a reason to feel solemn, the last couple days were just like, I couldn't talk on Sunday. I was like, is this the retrograde full moon? I couldn't access my feelings. I couldn't express my feelings. But what I'm trying to say is that I noticed over the last 2 days there was stuff going on, and I couldn't, because there was other things that were out of my control going on, I couldn't decipher between the two. So was there anything going on for you the last 2 days? Because that to me was the full moon energy at its peak. And you may have noticed something. Felt unbothered and slightly sensitive. I just felt like a same kind of way. Like I didn't want to do anything, and I couldn't express myself. Like, all right. So 5 of Cups, processing something you're feeling. Dreams have been a big one. So any advice, action steps I should take for this full moon? And I know you're not going to like, I mean, you may. I say this because I feel like people, you know, get disappointed when I say this, but you need some sun. You need some light. You might be sitting in the darkness too much. And the darkness could be just your habits, your patterns. You're sitting home too much, your routine. Sometimes just the sun itself, it's literal. Get some sun. Do something that brings you joy. Touch grass. I'm not lying. I go out to my garden every morning. I eat my tomatoes that I grew because, and I don't even really like tomatoes, but I grew them and now I'm eating them because it feels like I'm nourishing myself with something that I grew, you know, that I gave a lot of love to. And feeding the birds, like doing these weird little things that I never would have done. Could be my age too, but I'm like, I'm being so genuine that we can get caught in our darkness so much. I'm grounding with tomatoes. Yeah, outside, walk out on my patio every morning. Just instead of going straight for coffee and couch, I go outside. And the sun card literally is that you need to feel vitality. Sometimes this to me could be going and get some energy work done, acupuncture, Reiki, massage. You don't have to get pulled into a membership. People are like, I can't afford that kind of stuff, or I don't want to. You don't get pulled into a membership. This is go out and get one thing for yourself. Go get your toes done. Get out. But to me, it's more about the sun. Talking to people. Are you communicating with people that really want to see you and hear you? So, who are you talking to? Or are you just so focused on the one person that won't respond? I've been caught in that energy before too. You got a million people probably that would love to hear from you. Somebody would love to have a conversation with you. Somebody would love to listen to what you have to say. Somebody who hasn't heard from you in a while. But yet we get caught up in the one person that actually sparks our interest. And maybe you do need to hear from somebody who makes you smile, makes you feel good about yourself. But this could even be journaling, reading, writing, or doing something creative. What's your rising? Do you know your rising? Because the full moon would have been in one of your houses. 7 of Swords. Quit making excuses for something in your life. Yeah, when we need to talk to somebody, we don't try to reach out to the one that keeps slamming the door on us. That to me is like the priest that whips themselves, repents. That's a repentance. I'm just gonna keep getting whipped and beat and I'm punishing myself by reaching out to the person that's pissing me off. Reach out to the people that love you. But I don't know if you're making excuses about something. I've done this before. I know. I always know everything. Every time somebody's trying to talk me off a ledge or a friend, I know. I read about it all the time. I know, but I don't do it. So is there something that you're doing that you just know and your friends keep trying to tell you, but you keep going, but I'll figure it out, or I'll try another way, or so just wonder about the excuses that you're making or the lies that you could be telling yourself about what you're capable of doing. Oh, that is so awesome. Look, she's got it down. So you're not the wrong person to talk to. All right. What's coming towards you? What's coming towards you? Right now, you're being asked to nourish yourself. And look at this, the 4 Swords. You're asking to reset, nourish, take a vacation, relax, and find peace and chill and meditate. That's what you're being asked to do right now. So I think that's what I tried to work on Sunday and I couldn't. Sunday's not my day to work. I never do. But I've been off schedule. You can see that I'm off schedule. And so I'm trying to pick up, but I should not have. It didn't work out. I needed to rest during during this energy right now. You're being asked to rest right now, not do anything productive, during that full moon. You know, you may be doing too much as is. All right. So the Hanged Man, the 10 of Wands, and the Hermit card is leaving the past behind. Something's trying to change for you right now. You're going through a transition period. So you're going through what seems to be kind of a quiet, boring season of your life. And that could be just this week. All right. Anne, who you know in here, was talking about this, like Scorpio. She nailed it. I don't know. She has had some dreams too. We've been talking about that a lot lately. And it feels like, you know, Scorpio has been in the darkness for so long. It's time to rise up. It's time to grow. It's time to be the phoenix. It's time to come up back up into the light. Right. So I stop trying to make me laugh. All right. Because I'm just saying here, you are being asked to sit still and be quiet. And this is a boring time. You're Libra. She's a Libra too. And she said it. So you must have some Scorpio placements or be very close to Scorpio. So maybe this is for Libra. And she just said it to me and I took her advice as a Scorpio. All right. So I am seeing that you are spending some quiet time by yourself right now. It's not the time to do anything heavy. It's not the time. And if you're uncomfortable with the unknown or the quiet time, that's where the stress comes from, because we try to do things during a time where you're meant to rest. So if you can't get something done, don't beat yourself up about it. Right? Boring season. This is the time for you to create new possibilities. Maybe you're in your cave right now, so you can discover what you really want to create in your life next. But that's what I got for you, Abigail. I feel like I wish I could have gave you some, but it was every card that says chill and relax and nourish yourself just came out. Every card. You're not supposed to be doing anything else but processing, healing, meditating, and recouping. All right. Tia Bia for the clear. Okay, Tia, you sent more for clarification. I see it. All right. Let's see. Hello. All right. Update on S, the Pisces, his feelings and next actions. We are in no contact right now. All right. Show me his energy. Well, I see the Knight of Cups here. So there's some Piscean energy. There's some love coming in, a message coming in. And so the feelings are there. He has feelings for you with the Knight of Cups. So even if right now you're in no contact, this might not stop them from pursuing you in the future. Maybe something went down between the two of you, or something didn't happen just yet. There was something else going on. And I see the Three of Pentacles, his feelings as well. And next actions, Ace of Wands. So you are seeing that you guys do still connect with each other, have things in common, or circulate around each other. Oh, Sherry Lynn, thank you. All right. So what's his biggest block right now? The Eight of Pentacles. So he's avoiding you and acting uninterested, or maybe just distracted with work, his life, his career. And so right now he may not be feeling relationships important. I wasn't expecting it either, to be honest. I don't even know what to expect today. We're in a full moon energy. I don't know what to expect. Right? And the Three of Pentacles tells me it could take some time, but you guys will find yourself navigating around each other. You guys will find yourself talking. Another person could be a part of this, could be talking about you. Somebody could mention, or they could think about something they needed and you come to their mind. I have the Ace of Wands here. Their next actions is to start things back up with you. But right now, it looks like their main focus is work. I'll tell the list in a second. Now, what you need to do right now is the Judgment card is don't judge this situation based off of what's happening in the current energy right now. You could make a decision too quickly. You could text too quickly. You could try to make it happen too quickly. You could decide to move on too quickly, which is fine. I mean, do your thing, do your life. I would never tell you not to. But what I'm seeing here is the Judgment card is showing that there could be some realization here in the future that, hey, we didn't give something a shot. Let's do something different. Let's talk. Maybe we're both in different energies. We see each other differently. Maybe he'll be more settled when he finds his job or when he feels more grounded. But I'm seeing here, though, that, you could easily judge this as his quiet or silence, right? You could misjudge the silence as being, I'm not important. It's just his heart isn't in a relationship right now. He's more worried about these problems and can't handle other responsibilities just yet. But you may realize in the future here that under different circumstances, you guys see each other in a different light. So I wouldn't judge this too quickly just yet. Anything can turn. The current energy is showing, give it a little bit more time, and they may reach out to you. And remember, the Knight of Cups here shows he's got feelings, or he was developing feelings for you. I have Makisha. I have Dedicated. I have Carissa. And then Amandi and Mitzi. So you're only a couple more. Yes, go to the beach. Tia, you're welcome. That was so, like, pretty much right to the point. I wish there. Right now, I'm finishing up the readings. The timestamps are in the description box. What will my Sag soulmate JB do next? All right, so are you guys in any kind of contact? That does make a difference, though, even though it doesn't. Sometimes I just feel like I could go a little bit more, but I see the Page of Pentacles. And so you're seeing another opportunity, obviously, with the Page of Pentacles. It can be, let's build something. Let's talk things out. Let's compromise. Let's figure things out. I care about you. I'm interested in you. There's something there. Limited contact. And that can be this Page of Pentacles too. Limited contact. It just seems like it's a slow process. So what's going on with him? The 8, he has a lot going on here. A lot of things coming at him at once. What pulls them to you, though? The 4 of Wands. All right, you can see him coming back around. What's his actual block right now? The Emperor card. All right, so this says a lot about him. He likes to control the situation. He doesn't want to be controlled. He may be holding back right now because he's feeling a lot of pressure from you. And that's a Sagittarius energy. If they feel like they're being restricted or pressured, they will run. I think my Sagittarius are the fastest runners. See ya. Things get too heavy, too out of hand. They under pressure, they can pull away. Bye, Issa. And I'm seeing, you know, his biggest block is he wants to have control over the situation. His feelings exist, but he doesn't want to be pressured before he's ready. So that can tell you a lot about him, though. You say he's your soulmate, but he goes to you for so long. He's non-committal. He's not ready for commitment right now. And the reason why he runs from you is because you pressure for commitment in your own ways, in your own heart. You can only play around with somebody who doesn't want to commit with you for so long before you naturally want more. You're going to want to be around them more. You're going to want to know what they're up to more. You're going to text them more than usual. You're going to need some sort of security one way or the other that is going to make them feel like you want them to commit. And so as soon as the pressure's on them, they run. But why do they get pulled back towards you? Because you feel like home to them. You're familiar, you're comfortable, they love being with you. You guys have an intense connection. You guys maybe spend a lot of good quality time together. When you have, your door's open for them. You let them back in. This person here knows they can control the scenario. They know they can control you. They know if they pull away, you're still keeping the door open. Let's see you. You're just in love. You can't seem to get past that stage, though. You're so dedicated to this person and love this person so much. You've got so many, that's travel and distance too between the two of you. You've got so much, you're putting so much energy into this person, and your emotions are so wrapped up in them. And you don't have enough foundation or stability. The block is no foundation, with the Emperor as the block. So they feel, if you guys didn't have distance or anything else in between you guys probably would mesh a lot more and you guys would come together a lot more. But it doesn't seem like he can control the situation if you're long distance, or he can build something with you if you're long distance. And he doesn't look ready to move if that's the case. But what's confusing me and you is that he sees you as a potential partner. And that can be so hard for you, especially if you're in love with this person. Because you can't build anything solid off of potential. You know, so any actions or what will they do next? And I'm seeing right now, it seems like there's a lot of, you know, heaviness. So it doesn't look like he's doing anything right now. But I can see the Page of Pentacles. He's trying to maintain, he's trying to keep conversation open with you, but it's back at a Page of Pentacles. He might not see it as being very practical right now, or he's got too much going on that he feels like it's too heavy for him to maintain. What should you do? The Hanged Man. Surrender and let go. Let it be. If it's meant to be for you, it will be for you. If he thought you were letting go, he may be back around, but you've let it go for 7 months and he still hasn't changed anything. So, and this also indicates that he keeps you in limbo. It's keeping you stuck and stagnant. This is one of these scenarios where there is passion, it's intense, and there is potential. But you can't build off of potential, because in reality right now today, he's not giving you enough for you to build something solid so you can plan for the future. So your life is sitting in limbo. Your heart is, while you're waiting for a possibility. And that's no bueno. So to answer what will he do next, it shows that he's keeping the conversation open with you, and he's keeping the relationship open with you. So he's not closing the door. It just doesn't look like he's building something more. I'm sending you so much love. That's just today's energy. We're in the full moon energy. And, you know, there's, again, I say there's always possibilities, but you have to weigh out how much of you're going to invest until they prove it. All right. Did that give you enough clarification before I move on? All right. Let's see. No, I don't think he'll run. I just think it's going to stay at the Page of Pentacles energy, Makisha. So he's not going to run from you, but I don't think that he's going to pursue the next step. So the conversation is still open and it's still there, and he still keeps it open. But if you want to keep conversation open, I would say if you reached out, you can keep conversation open. But whatever it is that you ask for that pushes him away, that is going to continue to happen right now. So I don't think he'll run if you reach out. But if you're expecting something more than conversation, I can't guarantee that the conversation isn't going to get slower and slower because of the Page of Pentacles. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. Make sure to listen to it again, because sometimes you get the message a little bit different when you hear it again. All right. Does my Scorpio plan to reach out or reunite with me? Let's see. All right. Does my Scorpio plan to reach out or reunite with me? All right, we got the World cards. Let's see. Something's coming together. Let's see. Right now, their energy is the Five of Pentacles. What's their energy towards you? The Queen of Pentacles. All right, what's their block, if anything? The Ace of Cups. They're just not ready to open up emotionally. They're not ready to start this just yet. Looks like the Five of Pentacles, they're struggling. And they view you, the Queen of Pentacles. They feel very, they look up to you. Maybe they don't even feel like they can meet your standards. They may be struggling with meeting your standards, and they look like they're not even in a place. It could be rejection. It could feel like they're rejecting you. And it's not because they don't see your worth. They don't think you're worth it. You have a lot. You're good to go. You're sexy. I mean, Queen of Pentacles, got it going on, class, whatever. But they're the Five of Pentacles. You're the Queen of Pentacles. They can't meet your needs. They might even think you deserve better. you know, and the block right now could be just not feeling it right now, not feeling the situation right now. Maybe feeling hurt. You know, feeling a little closed off here when it comes to um, love. Let's see you, the Page of Pentacles. You're so ready to make amends. I think it might be a little too soon is all I'm getting. Any movement towards you, will they reunite? I do see the Knight of Cups. You got to give it more. You got to give it time. The Queen of Pentacles wants to manage every moment, every second of a relationship. And right now, the more you want it or need it or try to control it, the less they want it. The more they're not getting their space, the more they push you away. But they could be dealing with health or just feeling worn out, feeling tired, feeling like life's just sucks, you know, been dealt a raw hand. And they can't tend to your needs or give you what you want. And you may have high expectations. And, you know, but to me, I can see you here. You would do anything. Like you'd be like, what do you want me to do? I'll make amends. I'll fix it. I don't care. But that doesn't change what they need to fix for themselves. You can't fix an attitude. They have feelings for you, and that will keep them coming back. That will keep them coming back for more. Even if you do end up reaching out, which I can see you possibly may. You know, but their energy right now is unrequited. So they're in a place. What should you do? The Emperor card. Hold back to keep your power. Hold back right now. You can let them know you care. Let them know you're there. They see you. They might think that they're just not good enough. That why do you want them? Or they're feeling really low right now. And they can't provide for you what you need. Or what you expect from them. They let you down. Feelings are here, but you are dealing with the problem with this person right now. And with the Scorpio, he's a Scorpio. They can sulk for a while. Look, take it from me. Lots of Scorpios in my family, men. They got pride, they got ego. And when they retreat, they're fixed. They can be stubborn. But Scorpios forgive, they don't forget. And if there's anything in here that is worth forgiving, they'll forgive it. The heart right here is telling me that you could reunite. You could get back together. I can't guarantee anything for you, but there's a crossing path again. But you are being asked to have control over your urge to take charge and manage and be in control of everything, because the Scorpio they'll retreat more with that energy. And the Scorpio men in my life, man, can be douchebags. Depending on how and be loyal, awesome. But all right. Carissa and then Mandeep. I think I got it backwards there, but Carissa, I did read your email, and I just got to pull it up again because. All right. So that's right. I can't actually have plans. So I saw the two signs of this. All right. When I read this, two things came to my mind instantly. One, he wants you to know that he's not going out with anybody that he likes. But then I was like, two, he's going out with other employees, but he won't go out with you. So he doesn't want to give you mixed messages. You're welcome, dedicated. I'm sorry, I didn't ask if you were fulfilled before I moved on. I'm sorry. I'm glad. All right, so I clocked that too, Carissa. So you are playing with the little boy here. There's no doubt about that. It's like, I don't want you to know. I want you to still crush on me. I want you to still like me. I'm going out, but I don't want you to think I'm going out with somebody because they like me, which is immature. And also wants to keep you hooked. But the only reason why he hasn't gone out with you yet is because it would mean that he was ready for something more. And so he's keeping you on the fish hook because he likes your attention and he doesn't know what he wants. So he doesn't want to lose the opportunity with you either. But that's childish. That's the thing you're dealing with. So you're wondering, let's see. I didn't look at your question yet when you just sent it. That was the email. All right. Let's see. All right. So should I just take what he said as a sign that he's coming out of his mental static? I'll pull cards. What I feel like is he's being, the one thing that feels good about this is that he's acknowledging. He's acknowledging that there's something there. You can't take that back. So he is publicly saying to you, I know that you have feelings. I know, and I'm being protective of what's going on. So maybe he is opening up a little bit more. Maybe because he didn't say, to me, he didn't shut it down. But it's still immature. And he could have easily not said anything and let you think he wasn't going out with anybody because he didn't want you to like him. If he was trying to shake you off his tail, there's other ways he could have done it. But to me, that's a guy loving on your attention. I know. But that part to me, he's going out with other employees, is because if he goes out with you, there's a chance it could go too far before he's ready and he'll lose control of it. So he's trying to control the whole scenario. Let's see. So what is the question though? First is feelings, thoughts, intentions, which I feel like that was everything. I would take it as a sign that he's acknowledging the connection. Was he with all guy employees? What was going on with that? All right, the Wheel of Fortune. Something is changing. The Fool card. He was going out just to have fun, no attachments. The Fool card could be just a bunch of friends. No plans, no intentions. This wasn't like prepared or thought about. It was just going out and having fun, a bunch of kids going out having fun. Feelings, thoughts, and intentions. You've got the Six of Wands. You got the Four of Swords. And you have so he's just letting things ride out. Okay. So this is what I got. His feelings, Six of Wands. He loves your attention. And that's the thing too. He feels the need to explain himself to you. His thoughts though, you've got the Four of Swords. Maybe he is shy. I don't know. Maybe it does overwhelm him a little bit. Maybe he's getting more comfortable with you really having a strong crush on him. But his intentions right now is really good. The Temperance card. He's just letting things happen naturally. He's not fighting you. He's not pushing you away. He's just, what did I say a couple weeks ago? It's like, He won't make a decision for himself. He lets life make a decision for him. And that's going to bite him in the ass in a lot of ways. Maybe he does like the game, the flirt, the fun. Maybe that's where it's meant to be right now. But it does not look like he's trying to push you away. He actually looks like he's trying to protect you in some ways, but at the same time, you know, he doesn't know what he wants yet. The Four Swords. He's still like just trying to figure things out as you go. But one thing I can see though, I know it's boring you, and you know, something like I can't tell you what I would do. I've done so many stupid things in my life. I can't tell you what I would do. If I really want something, I'm just like you guys. I would just continue to keep trying and trying and trying. That's why I can read for you guys. I just think that he's got your attention right now, but I think if somebody else were to get your attention, I think that you probably, it's a distraction for you. If it turns out well, great, you love it. But if somebody else were to show up too, I think that you would probably find something else to do. But the pursuit is getting boring for you. You're a Gemini. You know? The chase, the cat and mouse chase is getting boring. You got to catch something eventually. And this one here is just too chill, and it just seems like it could keep going on and on and on and on the way it is. He likes it. But to me, I'm like, by the time he likes it so much, you might look at him and be like, ooh, it took too long, you know? What should you do? Don't do anything. The 10 of Wands, you already do enough. You're putting too much weight on this, and right now it's a very fun, flirty work relationship that he likes the way it is right now. He takes to you, and I just think that you need to reduce the pressure that you're putting on this, the weight you're carrying with it, the expectation for it to become something sooner, because this could drag out for some time. But I do see the Fool card, which tells me just keep playing around with it. Don't put any expectations on it. You're wanting the conquest, the challenge is what's getting you, not him. And you know, I think that's what it is. I think it's been a challenge. It's been a tease. It's been and you know, eventually I was watching The Boys, and I don't know, I got to a point where I friggin', you know, I didn't want it to end, but I needed it to end. You know, I liked it a lot. Was it that one, or was it, there was another series I was watching that I got invested in, and it was lame. I mean, I got invested in it, and I just needed it to hurry up and be over, because I didn't want to invest all that time and not get something from it. So either way you look at it, that's kind of the energy I'm getting from you too. So you got to soften up your grip on it and just play around with it and keep teasing it, but don't expect much of it too quickly. The Boys is so, my boys were trying to get me to watch that for so long because they know I love, you know, Marvel and all that. And I'm hoping they come out with another series. I watched another one that was built off it too, but it was so gory. I think they could have did a better ending. All right, Carissa, that's what I have the Wheel of Fortune as your overall energy. So this tells me that you can keep this rolling. You know, something is turning with him doing that. But this card says, you know, anything can kind of, you know, anything can twist and turn at any time. There is something going on here. It's why you guys keep getting pulled back to each other. But maybe right now you guys he doesn't even know what it is. He's just, so you're gambling really right now. You're just kind of gambling, kind of hoping things over time work out, is what I have today. All right, I got one more and I got to go because these are getting long. And all right. Yeah, he is. You can tell him if you ever do admit or tell him that you were doing readings, that he was a pain in the ass for me as well, too. All right, last one right here. What is romantically thinking, feeling about you currently? Let's see. So we're looking at romantic feelings, thinking, feeling about you. Is there any romantic feelings? All right, Strength card. Let's see what's going on. I have the Seven of Pentacles. I have the Four of Wands. And I have the Moon card. So it feels like he goes around and around thinking about where things could go with you. But there's just this uncertainty of when and where and how. He's thinking, you said thinking, feeling about you currently. So thinking, feeling, and intentions is how I put this up. So thinking, Seven of Pentacles. If things could be different, maybe things could have played out different. Maybe things can be different. Maybe something shifted in my life and there's possibilities that we could build something here. Because feelings about you is the Four of Wands, which is you feel very, very familiar to them. You have the same roots, same upbringing, or same desire. Maybe he's ready to take the next step. But his intentions, the Moon, is telling me that he goes through cycles. Like, sometimes he doesn't see it as a possibility, and then sometimes he does. And he's going through a lot of changes right now, which could make it impossible to really make a decision right now. Because there may be a lot of circumstances changing for him in his environment, or maybe there's an environment issue with you guys. You guys are, distant. But he does not let go of the possibility that you could be family to him or home to him, or could have a marriage, or could meet up, or get together, or reunite, or come together, wherever you're at. I don't know where you're at. But he questions the future a lot because a lot has to change, or there's a lot going on. Now, I am getting the feeling that there could be some changes happening to him, and he's seeing things differently, that maybe something has happened that has got him to reconsider his feelings for you. So give it a little bit more time for this to unravel, especially with the Moon and the Seven of Pentacles, because this tells me there's a lot more changing behind the scenes and things are not grounded just yet. But he does have strong emotion for you. All right, guys, I love you. It's almost 4 hours. I got to let you go. And I will see you guys tomorrow in membership. Take care, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me.